song. Do you want to hear it? Yeah, of course you do. There's something that they use what you to know. The best in the world is QT Romero, our Argentine. Give him the ball, his passing is sublime. Si, senor. Take him on, he'll take you to the floor. There's something that they use what you to know. The best in the world is QT Romero, our Argentine. Give him the ball, his passing is sublime. Si, senor. Take him on, he'll take you to the floor. There's something that she's what you
Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the Irish Hotspur, and everybody, let's get ready for hopefully what is going to be an absolute spanking of the Foxes today. Hopefully, we're getting at least a 3-0 performance. I know people are kind of accepting 3 points at all costs, but this is going to need to be a massive, I think, game for Spurs. We're going to need to show that Sporting game is well behind us, show that we kind of overcome it. But everybody, while you're in here, do smash that like button. We're going to get David and Sean here, everybody, on the Watchalong panel today, which is going to be very exciting. But let's get to the chat, see what they have to say. But actually, maybe first, what I should do is, of course, is have the lineups read out aloud. And there are maybe some big changes in this one, everybody. In fact, I think 2 or 3 major changes. In the case of Davinson Sanchez, I think has come in for Christian Romero, everybody. And with Sanchez, maybe he's just resting Romero, considering he just came back from injury, and he doesn't want to play him too much. I think that meant he would have played 3 or 4 games within kind of a week and a half or some period after kind of picking up that injury. So maybe Conte is considering the risk of playing him too much before this international break. Also, on top of the fact that we probably know Romero is going to be playing plenty of games for his international team. Sanchez, and I guess maybe at home, might play better at home than he might do away from home. But in order to maybe help ourselves, at least in possession, or help ourselves on the ball, we do have Clement Longley this time instead of Ben Davies. But weirdly, Ben Davies, I guess, has picked up an injury of some sort in training. I guess an injury that has postponed him for maybe 3 weeks or so. They say it's going to be for him to be back in. So maybe that means Clement Longley might be playing in the North London Derby, everybody. But Clement Longley stepping in for Ben Davies there. We also have Ryan Sessegnon playing left wing back and Perisic playing right wing back. We did call this on this channel's predicted lineup. I did hear Antonio Conte's press conference when asked about Emerson. He did reference the likes of Perisic being able to play on the right wing back. And then he said Sessegnon may be unlucky not to get as many minutes as he feels like he probably should have. So I think it was, you could say, a good guess of mine to be able to put 2 and 2 together and see that maybe Conte is going to drop Emerson for this one and put Perisic in. Probably something a lot of fans are quite happy to see. I know Emerson, after last performance, is certainly a player a lot of people do not want to see any longer, at least for a few games, you could say. It's Højbjerg and Bentancur still in the middle, but when it comes to the bench, I'm pretty sure we do have the likes of Basuma as well as Skip available. No Jed Spence, though, I guess, everybody, which is a bit of a concern as well. Kulusevski, Richarlison, and Kane are going to be in the front line today. With Kane, I think he's going to be plenty happy with Kulusevski having him back. I think he's a great link-up man with him, but we'll see how he plays with Richarlison on the left. I think Kane is so used to having his buddy in Sonny on that left-hand side, and we'll see how he copes with having someone like Richarlison instead on that left-hand side. But everybody, do let me know what you think of these changes to the Tottenham Hotspur lineup. Do smash that like button as well. And when it comes to the Leicester City lineup, I did predict the formation correctly when it came to the predicted lineup, but I guess I didn't get too many of the personnel. I guess I thought they would go with Jamie Vardy, considering he plays against most of the top 6 sides, and they usually reserve them for this one. But they've gone with Pats and Daka instead, maybe because Vardy's hurt of some kind. I'm not sure, but it looks like he's on the bench and is available. They went with Ndidi holding the midfield as kind of the midfield destroyer with Dewsbury Hall and Tielemans, and then as well as Harvey Barnes and James Madison off on the right. I must say, actually, quite a dangerous lineup, if you ask me, when it comes to the forward areas. But in the back line, they're going with James Justin, who was originally playing right back, now moved over to left back. Johnny Evans in the back line alongside their new signing, Vout Face, by the looks of it. And then Timothy Castagna playing right back. And then Danny Ward, certainly somebody we should probably be taking advantage of. But everybody, I'm going to get to the chat here, see what they have to say on this game. But everybody, while you're already in here, do smash that like button. But Dan Davenport saying, "Yo, Dave and Jack, let's hope for 3 points today against Leicester." Absolutely, Dan, certainly. And Mark saying, "Can't keep making excuses for Sonny like player X or Y are causing the issues for Sonny. He's off form and will come good again." Well, I think you must be happy then, Mark, to see him probably rested for this one. Lynch616 saying, "Afternoon, guys. Looks like you was right, Sean. Perisic on the right. Hope it works out." I think plenty of people might have called this one Lynch, especially myself. I think I heard Antonio Conte's press conference, put two and two together, brother. Sammy Spurs says, about time he's addressed the right wing back issue. Sanchez, though, the stuff of nightmares. I agree. I absolutely agree. But who knows? Maybe he might perform a lot better when actually you could say at home in front of the Spurs fans. Mick Hermelot, good to see you, and always in the house. Good to see you, brother. Sam, just making sure. Pierogi, good to see you, Pierogi. Very much appreciate you tuning in. We got the outlet in here. Don't worry, Dave will be tuning in very, very soon. Let me just make sure he's not in the background yet. No, he is not. But big yourself up. What story says, lads? That's a good solid lineup. Romero isn't fully fit. You could see that in his last match. Son needs a kick up the ass. Come on, you Spurs. It looks like you're getting everything you want, Mr. Harris, then, because I feel like with Romero, maybe he's just being rested because he's had a lot of games being played since he's come back from injury. I know he was rested for a bit because they were worried about that injury, but it looks like Conte is probably just resting him in case he gets played a lot in those international games for Argentina, Mr. Harris. And then on top of that, I think Son, perhaps this has finally been coming to him. I guess he was given plenty of opportunities to score and in a home game in front of the Spurs crowd. I think you just got to give Richie as well as Kulu their chance, but pick yourself up. Tequila 316 says, "What a waste of time and resources wasted on Spence. Still, I guess Levy had to feel important this window somehow. It feels like maybe they left Levy in charge to do the right wingback signing, but I don't know. I guess Conte doesn't like it, and it just feels like it's becoming a huge mess in this window. Tequila, absolutely. Pick yourself up, Ribsy. Here we go again. Absolutely, certainly. Big yourself up, Brizzy. Really good to see you. You got KM saying Levy spent 2 months negotiating for Spence. Please don't touch transfers again. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you leave Levy in charge of the transfers there. Dark Sun G with the super chat says, "We have a stronger bench than Foxes. I hope our front three scores a lot of goals and Sound comes on and scores a brace. We should beat them with absolute ease." Yeah, I think we certainly should, especially that backline is a very new backline as well, Dark Sun G. And I don't know, this should be a team that we should be able to take with ease. I must say, though, with the likes of Daka coming in instead of Jamie Vardy, I think we would have had an easier time against Jamie Vardy than the likes of Patson Daka. But let me know what you think of that, Dark Sun G. I think Patson Daka has better hold up play than Jamie Vardy. But I hope we score lots of goals because that back line has not been consistent, nor has it been good this season at all. Big yourself up, though, Dark Sun G. Really do appreciate it. And he also says we should beat them with ease. We absolutely should, brother. But we're going to continue to move on. We have Tyler Gritzula saying they listened and put Perisic and says, "Let's go. Watch Son score off the bench, too." He could be an absolute super sub, and it'd be interesting to see him come off the bench. It's like bringing Kane off the bench to a degree. It's like a world class player bringing on. Big yourself up. John Stokes in the house. Big up Dave and Giacomo. Spurs. Interesting lineup. Very interesting, John. Certainly. Sing aloud, proud, love it. Android. Brian Chastain. Big up Dave. 9-0 win incoming. Certainly, Brian. I'm loving that. Would love to see Spurs be able to be one of those teams that's absolutely torn apart a team in that sort of manner. Love that, Ryan. Eddie Gonzalez says, "Not my preferred front three. We'll see how it goes. If it's not your preferred front three, I guess we'll have to see how it goes. See if it convinces you, Eddie. Very much. Big yourself up, though. Welsh gal's in the house. She says, "Big up, lads. Just in from the pub. Conte, please sort out the starting 11. Let's put a smackdown on those Foxes. Greetings to the Harris Army." Big yourself up, Welsh gal. Hopefully you're keeping well. Hopefully the IPAs were flowing and you're getting yourself ready for this massive game. Have the radio as well as the watch long alongside you, and hopefully we get the result for you. But big yourself, Welsh gal. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself out in sunny Wales. Tony Austin saying, "Get the radio ready." Exactly, Tony took the words out. All right, I'm about to put you guys in then. But everybody, while you're here, please do smash that like button. I'm about to add in the three boys, see what they have to say on this one. I guess we already maybe have Sean in here, but everybody, Sean, maybe I can see your camera on, at least in the OBS. So, Sean, maybe what are your thoughts going into this game? Different lineups, Sanchez being used in this one. I said maybe they're just resting Romero because they've already played him a lot since he's come back from injury. But Sean, opening thoughts. Good to have you on the watch along again.
Hey, Jacko. Good to see you, my man. Just a quick heads up. My internet seems to be completely struggling. I'm currently using a dongle to get access. So if it drops, it's going to drop. I think it's going to drop out several times during the game. So I do apologize in advance.
Good.
But in terms of the lineup, mate, the lineup I find is an interesting one.
You're in as well.
Really happy to see. Really happy to see Longley in for Davies. Really happy to see Perisic on the right. My predicted lineup still had Romero in it, but I also not necessarily that delighted to see Richie on the left. My ideal left and right kind of threes would have been Longley, Sessegnon, Son today, and on the right, Romero, Perisic, Decky, and I think those three down each side would have offered so much more balance. I'm not entirely sure why Romero's been dropped, whether he's feeling the injury, he's not quite fit enough, or whether he's just been literally rested for Sanchez. Whichever one it is, it certainly gives me more cause for concern. I'm not particularly happy with it, but listen, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. And Sanchez, as much as he's not a great player technically with the ball at his feet, when he does play, we don't often concede. And I think West Ham was the first time we conceded in 11 games of football or something with him in it. So it'll be interesting. I worry if when Perisic is up front with Decky, I wonder if we lose the ball, if we get caught out of possession, I wonder if he'll be able to get back in time to support Sanchez, and how Sanchez is going to handle being left to face the likes of Daka alone, essentially. So it'd be interesting. I still think we're going to win, but it's a bit of a weird. There's so many changes. It's a weird one to kind of get your head around on short notice.
Certainly.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm not so worried about Perisic being moved over to right wing back, but I am worried that it's Richarlison over there with Sessegnon. I'm not sure how they're going to link up down that side. I feel a bit uneasy about that. Son being dropped to the bench, I think, is a big surprise. I think it's a big statement by Conte, if I'm being honest. So let's see, how that unfolds. I do like Perisic and Kulu down the right, though, Jack. I'm really happy that Kulu is back in this lineup. You know what I think of him. You know that I've said, I think when he plays, we add a lot more creativity to our game. Proven against Marseille, where we didn't create much until he came on. Same against Sporting. Didn't really create a lot, and then he came on and added a lot of potency down that right-hand side. So him and Perisic, I think, will absolutely ball out down that side. But I do worry about how Sanchez is going to progress the ball to them down that hand side, because he's not the best on the ball. With Patch and Daka maybe running in behind him and stuff like that. But for me, I'm a bit worried about Sanchez not playing, but Langley coming in over the side, I'm absolutely delighted with. So look, we're 14 games unbeaten since April. We're 2 games off matching our longest unbeaten run in the Premier League. Let's get the job done today and continue on after the international break. As me and Sean says, another one.
Another one bites the dust.
Definitely. Big up, everybody. We have over 200 in the house right now. Do smash that like button. But we have a few super chats to get to. Derek Hutchinson saying, "Good evening, Jack. Let's see if the team can't be bothered today." Yeah, definitely, Derek. And then we have Dark Sun G super chat here saying Richie and Kane should have a field day scoring since they love scoring against those Foxes. I would love to see a hat trick today from any one of our front four. Come on, you Spurs. If I were to pick a hat trick today from somebody, I mean, ideally, we'd want to see Sonny because, of course, we want to see the floodgates open there. So maybe first pick Sonny. Of course, they would have to come off the bench. But of any of the starting 11 at this point, Dark Sun G, I think it'd be nice to see someone like a Kulusevski just show everybody how it's done, because he hasn't gotten as many minutes as the rest of the front three. And maybe he could show them how it's done, Dark Sun G. But I don't know, guys, if you had to pick a hat trick candidate for today, I think I know Dave's, but Sean?
What I will say is there is potential for Kulu. Ward's not the best from long distance shots. He's conceded a lot of them since he's come into that side. So if Kulu can wrap a left-footed boot round one, them famous curlers we know, there's definitely potential. But Jack, if anyone's going to score a hat trick today, and if anyone's going to score a hat trick in a Tottenham jersey, proven over the last 8 years, it is going to be Big H, King of the Lane, best number 10 in world football. This guy will have a field day today, I'm hoping, and I definitely see goals coming for him. He's got 19 in his last 18 against Leicester. I know where I'm putting my money, Jacko.
No, you should put it somewhere, Dave. That's for sure. Pick up Dermot, THFC Till I Die with the super chat saying, come on, you Harris Army. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. Come on, you Spurs. Spurs 5-0 to the Foxes. Fox soup today. Delicious, is what he said. Pick yourself up, Dermot. Really do appreciate it. I guess I'll tell you guys right now, if for at least the watch along for the game, we all stay in sync, click that first one. And then the second one, let me know if we switch to that one. Dark Sun G. Big up Patty Higgins. I was saying afternoon, Jack. Really appreciate it, Patty. Thanks for welcoming me in, brother. It's been nice kind of getting to know you guys solo, and then we bring in the big dogs in later, Patty. Dark Sun G says Daka isn't doing much this season. From what I saw, yeah, I just feel like he's still a better player at this moment than Vardy, if you ask me. From what I've seen, very little of him. I think he has better sort of hold-up play, if you ask me. Dark Sun G, but I don't know. I mean, lads, what do you think? Is Daka better than Vardy? Which one are you more afraid of?
Sean? This season, Daka, I think Jamie Vardy's a little bit old now. Listen, a great player. Absolutely phenomenal career. Nothing to take away from him, but, you know, time waits for no man. And I wasn't trying to be funny there, Dave.
He's going down in Vardy. I'm glad someone recognizes it.
Yeah, I just think. Listen, I think that you know he's injured. Leicester are a weird team in terms of everyone seems to get injured all the time. Jamie Vardy carried them. Listen, without trying to call out anybody, Alex THFC, you know I fucking love you, bro. Sorry for swearing. But you spent the entirety of last season calling out how amazing Leicester is, and I spent the entirety of last season telling you that their model is unsustainable. And then in the summer window, I replied to Bob Spur's tweet. Bob Spur was asking for who is what's your outrageous claim of the season? And I said Leicester City to get relegated. And I think so far I'm spot on. Unfortunately, Jamie Vardy carried that team too long. They didn't replace him. He's injured. He's old. And I think time has passed him by. Daka is a really good player. So to answer your question directly, Jack, I had to get that rant out. About Alex. But now that it's out, I think that Daka is a better player. And I actually do worry today about Daka. If he does take on down the left-hand side, I think that Sanchez, if Sanchez does get caught, as I said earlier, with by himself because Perisic is too far offensively found up the pitch, then we might have problems down there. I think Daka is a very dangerous player.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Definitely.
Alex is probably having a field day at the stadium today, supporting both teams.
It's the Alex Derby, I guess.
He wins either way.
It's his two favorite teams going after it, Dave. It's his two favorite teams. United Spurs of America is in the chat. Big yourself up, Jacob, or Michael, whichever one. But I'm assuming it's Michael. But either or, love you both. Pick yourselves up. Android 90, good to see you. Welsh Gal saying all set with the IPAs, Jack. Don't you worry. Cheers. Pick yourself up, Welsh Gal. We also got Pierogi in the house in case I missed you, Pierogi. Good to see you. Daniel Larson with a very generous one here, lads. Saying the 3 best Spurs YouTubers back together for a watch along. Love it. No offense to any other question though. Why did we not just loan out Spence like we did with Udogie, since he looks like he was never in Conte's plan? I mean, it's a hard-hitting question, Daniel, and I don't really know how to answer it other than if he really isn't in Conte's plans, and if Conte really doesn't favor him, that should have been established before we should have just then signed another right wing back of some sort of some kind, maybe one that was more for the here and now, then something that maybe Conte might like a bit more. I think the signing of Spence is not really a big deal at the end of the day, but I think the issue is here, boys, is that if you ask me, I think they should have signed somebody that they knew Conte would consider using right away, or at least challenging with Emerson, etc. And we wouldn't find ourselves in this position. And I guess, I don't know what it is. Maybe they left it to
homegrown quota
to do it. I don't know. Take it away, anybody. But it's a hard-hitting question here from Daniel.
I think it might be the homegrown quota thing, right? I was just seeing Lynchy 616. Big up Lynchy. Well, maybe I don't. I'll be honest. I don't fully understand the homegrown quota, but Lynchy saying it, and it does ring true. I do remember people saying throughout the summer that homegrown was a problem. So, but I don't fully understand the whole rules of it.
Look, for me, I think we said it at the time. I think it's definitely a signing by the club, but we can't sit here and say the club got it wrong until we've seen this guy given a go. Just as many people tell me there's enough evidence he won't make it. I have evidence that he will make it. Arsenal, Leicester, West Ham last season, and played best player on the pitch in most of them games. So there's just as much evidence, and not even to be included in the squad, I think is harsh on the kid. I think he could have been included in the squad today and given a run out. So I don't understand that. But look, the reason why he wasn't loaned out is because Matt Doherty. We didn't know how long it was going to take for him to come back. He's still not back.
That's a good point.
I'm going to have to watch him, get to fitness watching Ireland over the next couple of weeks, which is going to be painful. But we couldn't loan him out. We couldn't. He may get a loan out in January, but we had to keep him around. Had to.
It's a good point, mate.
Definitely. Just making sure I'm getting some other comments in here. Patty Higgins saying Kane has 17 goals against Leicester. Dave, are you licking your lips seeing the big dog coming up against them?
It's 17 in the Premier League, but across all competitions, it's 19. I think Kane licks his lips. He gets out of the bed, already pitching a tent. You know what I mean? He takes an extra 5 minutes on his hair on these sort of days because he just knows the goal's coming. I've done it. When I used to play against Newbridge, I just knew, goals were going. I was going to score goals, and I just make sure I looked good, felt good, ate good, and the goals always came. It's one of them games. He's going to score today.
I've had so many bets today, because it's very difficult to find. If you believe that the score is going to be high score, the game's going to be high scoring, it's fairly difficult to find decent value. If you believe that, so I've had to go and make a bunch of combination bets, like predicting the score of 4-1 or 4-0, and a particular player to score first and a particular person to get an assist at any time. And Harry Kane has basically been the structure of about 4 of my 7 bets to score first. Either him, I made a couple with Sonny, but Decky has to assist at least one today, and then Tottenham have to win. If Tottenham win 4-0, 4-1, or I think 3-0 or something, and Harry Kane scores first, Sean Butler's picking up the pounds this afternoon.
Come on. Harry Kane to score inside the first 10 minutes as well. Put that one on.
That's what I need, yeah. I might put some more on.
Love it. Lisa Odley in the house saying, "Big up Jack, Dave, and Sean. Good afternoon, all in the chat. Excited for this interesting lineup. Come on, you Spurs from Mexico." All I can say is "Vamos a los Spurs." Lisa and Ten Buen. I think what is it? Semana. Ten Buen Semana. Lisa. Hopefully nice. Hopefully we have a good weekend. And I wish you a good weekend as well, Lisa. Big yourself up. And she's very friendly to me on Twitter as well. She's very kind.
Lovely. How's the pooch? How's the pooch, Lee? Bugsy says hello, Lisa. Bugsy says hello to your pooch.
Big up, Lisa.
Bugsy has a friend all the way in Mexico, looks like. Good for
Bugsy.
Yeah. Pen pals. Paul Markey with a super chat saying, not happy with the front three. Richarlison, although a good player, upset the dynamic, the balanced front three we had last season. Paul, I remember you bringing this up, and I think David agreed with you a lot. I remember in the watch-along. Could it be a different story this time, though, Paul, as well as Dave, with Richarlison playing on the left and now Kulusevski playing on the right?
I don't think so. I think with Richarlison, what we were good at last season is the front three all had an understanding. Kane and Kulu were the ones that held up the ball, looked to get turn and play people in behind. And all Sonny had to do was run in behind. But with Richarlison trying to play his one-touch stuff, and it's not working down that side, so we're asking Son then to be a hold-up player, be a link player, which is not where he got the majority of his goals last season. So for me, I'm not ecstatic with it. I did say the other day I'd rather go back to basics and work it out from there. But look, at the end of the day, I think Richarlison will fare better over on the left-hand side, actually cutting in on his right. And look, I wouldn't discredit Richarlison. I think definitely has the potential to have a good game, but I would have liked to seen us stick with Sonny, if I'm being brutally honest.
Yeah, definitely. Pick yourself up, Paul. Really pick yourself up. Just waiting for, I guess, NBC Sports or Peacock to put it up on screen, everybody. But we are going to get the watch along started hopefully very soon. Adrian Chia says, "Pick up Flats, plenty of talking points before kickoff, certainly, especially with Mr. Sanchez coming back into the thick of things." Pick yourself up, Adrian. Hopefully we have a good one. Big up Vince Vega says, "Come on, you Spurs." Big up Vince. RAI as well in the chat saying, "Big up Dave, Jack, Sean, and come on, you Spurs," and with a very generous super chat as well. Big yourself up.
Appreciate it. Big up, RAI.
Big up, buddy.
Let's go. I'm just going to run to the toilet quickly before we kick off. The nerves are getting to me, boys.
Big up, Dave.
Also known as he's going for a shit.
He's having a dire before the game already. Ripsy85 with a member for 14 months says another month down. Love your work, lads. Come on, you Spurs. We really appreciate you, Ripsy. We really do appreciate you. And thank you for staying with the Irish Hotspur Armory. Thank you for sticking with the Harris Army, brother. But hopefully we grab the win for you. Hopefully we all have a good weekend. Starting off, I would say midday, or I guess over in the UK, it's a bit of an evening time. Hopefully we finish off the Saturday and get it started off well for the lads. Big up Ripsy. I'm now going to figure out why I guess I'm not seeing the game start yet on either platform for the Americans. Let me know, everybody, if you're on Peacock or NBC Sports, if it started for you. For some reason, the coverage hasn't started. I'll take a look. Yeah, still waiting for it to start, everybody. Odd. But Sean, oh, there we go. I'm getting it on Peacock, so I'm going to switch over to that one. Sorry, just bear with me, lads. If you're... There we go. There we go. Well, we're kicked off, everybody. I'm going to get the timer sorted and everything. Do stay tuned with us. I'm having it on Peacock started off for me first, everybody, which is funny enough. I'm going to get the timer sorted and everything. Say that again, Dave.
I'm on the right one with you. I think Sean's internet must have went. I'm not sure.
No worries at all. But yeah, I was just waiting for one of the American ones to get the game going. But here we are. Sessegnon coming down the flank here.
It's a good start.
Ball in.
Go back.
Strange clearance.
Leicester put under pressure there. Good pressure by Richarlison.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I said I'm just getting the timer sorted. Everybody, bear with me. No yellow cards yet for Jack.
No, not yet. Give him time. Give him time. But here we are. Kulu on the ball. Back to Perisic. Already linking up lovely there. He's gone back to Davinson Sanchez. He's gone across to Eric Dyer.
There we are.
Good pass into the mid to Richarlison. He gets turned. Gives it out to Sessegnon. This is a good flying start by Tottenham. A very fast-paced start to this game here, even by Leicester. Moonboots tries to diag. Great ball out to Perisic. Perisic into Kane. Kane first time over the top for Kulu. Unlucky. Great idea. It's a very, very fast intensity to the start of this game. Absolutely good start. Long may it continue. Oh, Sean, he's back again.
Welcome.
Big up, Sean.
Big boss man is in the house. Good to see you, big boss man.
Big boss man.
Is the timer on? Are you on 120, 130? No, what are you on? 155?
Yeah, on the game, yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Richarlison, yeah. Are you okay? Perfect. Sorry, boys, my internet. If it drops out too many times, I might just pull the plugs. I don't want to irritate you guys, but my internet is absolutely destroyed. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. It's been a nightmare for weeks.
I told you, check them cables, lad. Neighbours could be lurking around.
Outside chance. Outside chance for sure.
Oh, good defending, Sanchez. Well held up. Animal. Good intensity at the start of this game. Just keep getting in behind these Evans. He will crack. Oh, great block by Richarlison. Kane picks up the ball.
Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry.
Oh, he's galloping here, sir.
Oh, he's crowded out and no one's near him.
Come on, Sass. Get stuck.
Get there, Sassy.
Get it in,
boy. That'll do.
It's a good start.
Come on, Tottenham.
Feeling it today. Feeling it.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, it's a throw in. I thought it went out for a corner.
No, it doesn't matter.
Nice work,
Ryan.
Great.
Gorgeous
Meg. Oh, gorgeous pass from Pierre.
Richarlison, wake up. You don't have 10, 20 minutes on the ball, kid. And he wins it back.
Come on, Clement.
Get back, Longley. Oh,
Sanchez.
Lord.
You have all day.
Oh, Sanchez. Oh, ref.
What is that?
I mean, that's a free kick, but it's not.
Oh, my God.
Get out of
Win
it.
the tackle, Sanchez.
He's all over the place. He is
my Lord.
Oh, my God. Take him out.
Oh, no.
He's useless. He missed 3 challenges. 3 challenges.
Oh, Davinson.
Straight away. As soon as I seen it on the pre-match bumper, it's going to be costly. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. Get him off.
Is it outside the box? Is it outside the box? Please be outside the box.
3 challenges in a row.
He's outside the box. No, it's on the line. No, it's on the line. It's on the line.
Still though, Dave. Get him off the pitch.
Yeah.
No, it is a pen. It is a pen, and
He put his foot in, but Sanchez pulled out.
it will go to VAR, but I'm not even sure if is it on the line?
On the line, but he's pulled out. James Justin put his foot in there, but either way, that is absolute disgraceful defending from Davinson Sanchez. Højbjerg's looking at him and telling me, you have to calm down. This is what I talk about when it comes to this guy. You know, I said it on the pre-match build-up.
Can we get a VAR, please, ref, before we just
penalty,
decide?
they've given it.
Are they already checked? Are they already checked the VAR?
He's not going to give it. He's not going to give
Fucking
it.
Sanchez. Oh, my God. Oh,
Holy
my, that
shit.
is the worst bit of defending I think I've seen. And I don't know
Yes, Hugo! No high fives! No high five fucking fives!
No high-fiving!
Corner. We've got to deal with the corner. Fuck me, Davinson. Oh, my Lord Jesus Christ.
He's had a rush of blood, hasn't he?
It's one mistake compiled by another to another. I can't believe what I'm fucking watching with the kid. What a save by Hugo. Don't tell me.
They're not VARing the fucking off the line bollocks, are they?
Oh, they are.
No way.
You're having an absolute giraffe. They didn't even VAR the penalty.
Oh
my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They didn't even VAR the penalty.
They're saying
How are they?
Off the line.
They called that quicker than they didn't even check. Oh, I mean, he technically.
Oh, that's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks. Fuck's sake.
Same way. Do it the same way. Same way, Hugo. Go same way, son. Same way, bro.
I can't believe that.
In fact, stay down the middle. Down the middle.
Softest penalty of.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, there you have it. Tielemans 1 goal to the good to Leicester already. Holy fuck.
It's an absolute disgrace. I want to see. Or what? Like, they didn't even check VAR, did they?
Sanchez should never wear a Spurs jersey again after that bit of defending. That's how bad. That was absolutely shambolic. Hopefully people understand now when I talk about this guy in the manner I do. That's fucking why. One mistake. Oh, let's back it up with another. Oh, wait. And a third one as well. It's absolutely
it was 4 or 5 mistakes all in one. I mean, Dave, it started with the fact that he couldn't clear the ball after having acres of time and space, and he decided to hit it with the toe of his foot, and it just cleared to nobody. It led to a counterattack when he had, again, all the time in the world in the first place, leads to a counterattack, misses the tackle, misses the following tackle, then dives in and gives us a penalty. I mean, it couldn't be more atrocious.
He's an absolute clown. And I said it as soon as I seen it. I said it, didn't I, Sean, on the pre-match bump-up? I said it straight away. It could become costly. I mean, the old lad says it there. He's just like, what is wrong with Sanchez? I mean, exactly.
No, they're gonna go. Well done, Sanchez. Calm down, mate. Calm the fuck down, bro. Calm the fuck down.
6 minutes ago.
We've started well. He just screwed us here. I mean, he's just.
This is what I keep talking about when I mention the defense. I always talk about defense. This is what I keep talking about.
Pierre. Find Richie.
They fuck us over every chance to get, every time they get an opportunity to screw us. They fucking do.
We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
I think we will, but still, it's still a piss take. You know, this is what I keep talking about when it comes to that fucking backline.
I hear you. Perisic, good ball in. Corner kick to Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham. I know, but let's. We can't sub him on the 7th minute, so we just get behind him and hope that he fucking mans up.
I need a fucking cigarette already. That's what he's doing to me. It's ridiculous.
Come on, Sanchez. Get your head on the ball here. Smack it in. I said he might score a goal in this game.
He wouldn't even smack his way out of the way.
Let's do
Whip it in, son.
Short corner.
Give it back to Kulusevski.
Look for Bentancur.
Kulu.
Cross comes in. Come on!
It's Leicester. Come on!
Yes!
It's a tradition. It's a bloody tradition at this stage. Every game against Leicester, big bloody hate.
Come on! Yes, Bugsy!
Come on!
Yes, Bugsy! Kulusevski here. Brilliant corner kick routine because it's almost like Kulusevski. He's almost better from the.
He's on.
Oh, he's onside. He's onside, and Richie's onside as well. And Richie's on.
Lord.
Sanchez tried to get in front of his way, but I mean Kulusevski, Dave. I mean he's almost better from the. He's better when the ball is moving. You would almost think his delivery is better when it's not a dead ball of some sort. So maybe that's what what's his name Giovanni that has drawn up for us.
Giovanni Villa. Gianni Villa, I think his name is.
Gianni Villa. Maybe that's what he drew up for us. He knew that with Sonny out, maybe you go with something like Kulusevski, Perisic is kind of like a 2-on-1 situation. I think it's brilliant. I think it actually is going to work out for us. I could see them doing that again.
Two players I spoke about, well, three. First of all, Sanchez fucking up, but Kane scoring, I told you it's tradition. And Kulu, with a point to prove, and comes in and adds something different to her attack and straight away puts in the assist. You know, it's absolutely phenomenal. And I think you're right about De Villa. I mean, it's beautiful to see. Then
everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay, Dave.
Execute from the actual corner spot. But the reason you can't, it's the hardest corner to do, which is to overclap the corner to the back post. So that's why they go short then, to create that other angle and get it towards the back post. Sorry,
go on, Zess. Go on, Richie.
Nice, Rich.
I agree with everything you're saying, Dave, mate. I love it, man. You were absolutely spot on about
Perisic. Oh, show him the weight room. Sir! That's not your job. That's not your job there, ref.
I had a bet. I did reach out to Betfair to see if they can make me a special bet on Jack Kanicki saying more than 10 sirs in the next 90 minutes. They said they weren't able to provide me with the price.
I think Tequila was asking the same thing, I believe, at one stage. I think Tequila and Pierogi were. Adrian Chia says, only consolidation is still plenty of time. Come on, you Spurs. Well, we got that goal, Adrian. We got that goal, brother. Absolutely love it. Dark Sun G says, Kulu loves an assist against the Foxes. 3 assists in 2 games. Gosh, Dark Sun G, absolute madman.
He must have an automatic stat uploader as it's going. Big up Dark Sun G.
Such a genius, the man is. Just a genius. Big yourself up.
Dark Sun Stat. We're going to call him
It really should be. He should have his own stat agency. He should really have his own FB ref or something. He really should. But back pass into Hugo here. Bit sketch, but well done, Hugo. Long way. Gets away with it.
Well played.
Lovely feed from Bentancur. We find Richie.
Go, Richie. For Kulu, they're free over the right-hand side. Get your head up and play it.
Oh, it's bad wait. It's the bad waiting again, Richie.
What is Session doing? He's all the time in the world. Why is he running around like he's fucking got the army after him? I don't know.
The Kulusevski's delivery from those areas, it's just right on that tip of the 18-yard box, on the corner of the 18-yard box, on the edge of it. He's just so deadly from those areas. He really just puts in a picture-perfect ball every time. I mean, it's just asking for somebody. He could have kissed it in, Harry Kane. He probably could have hit it in with his lips.
And I smack her. Imagine. That's the way. I guarantee someone hasn't scored a goal that way. So that needs. I'm going to tweet Harry Kane tonight with that jackal. Next
if Harry Kane put on a bit of lipstick before with the new haircut, Dave, maybe you would have found some lipstick on the ball.
Imagine if the ball came off with a little bit of lipstick, like the kiss mark on it. Absolutely superb. And then just sign it, Harry Kane. Thanks very much.
Wide to Harvey Barnes. 1-on-1 with Perisic. Perisic blocks it. Well done.
Beautiful defending.
Kulusevski here.
Julie just throws him in the weight room. Look at that.
My internet
struggling the composure to Sanchez.
Oh,
interesting.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well done, Sanchez.
Good footwork.
Sanchez stepping it up, I would say, in possession at least the past few times, but we're not going to praise him too much.
Well, I'm not praising him for stepping up 12 minutes into the game. It's already become costly.
King Hoddle saying we are playing well. Tequila 316. He's asking what are the odds, Sean, maybe on the Sirs? Were you making that with Tequila?
I can't because you'll be aware of the details, so you'll be able to influence.
That's fair, actually.
What do you mean, Richie? Perisic and Decky, plenty of space.
He's got Kulu outside.
Go, Decky, inside, shoot, Decky.
The gun for handball.
Handball.
Sir.
Jack, am I on the right link?
I think so.
Again.
Sanchez.
Why?
I don't know. It's just froze.
Oh no, here's Daka. Chance for Leicester. It's all like this game is end to end.
Yeah, crazy. There we go. Are they not going to look at that VAR for handball, though? No.
Well, maybe when the play stops finally, but it's been about a minute, hasn't it?
Referee can just blow it up, though. Surely somebody should be checking it right now.
Who was it who said to you guys that Tottenham haven't played well since I've been on a watch along with you guys? Because it's the first time I've been back on your show, and Tottenham has started to.
I said it.
Oh, was you?
To be fair, Sean, like Sanchez gave away a penalty within 35 seconds. So
yeah.
I agree. I think you are a good luck charm, but I must.
It's exciting though. It's an exciting game.
More exciting. Yeah, you give us the exciting game certainly.
Oh, the energy on this watch along today is quality. I'm loving it.
Hugo with the clearance. Oh, it's a
Harry Kane. Oh, it's unlucky from Harry.
Oh, he tried. Don't know what he tried to do there.
He's trying to be a little bit too clever.
It's all right. Good pressure by Kulu.
Do you know what really, really annoys me whenever I see those Get Here apps? Because I'm the sort of guy that wants to be able to use delivery apps, but Get Here isn't in my location. And it winds me up. Like they spend enough money on advertising. Why don't you spend some more money on getting more drivers to where I live so you can get me some food?
Oh, I think it's Indian. I think it's an Indian tonight for you, Shawnee. You know,
Definitely
especially
100%. If Tottenham get a nice healthy win tonight, I'm going to get a nice unhealthy dinner, and I can't wait.
Solid.
Patty Higgins saying we still look poor on the ball. Tyler Gatsulis saying, why does Kane and Richarlison try to be so flashy when they play next to each other? I don't get it. Maybe because they just think they're so saucy together, but there's probably just too much vibes going on between the two of them, Tyler. But I know what you mean. It's what I was complaining about with Sporting. I thought Kane and Richie were kind of guilty a lot of the same sort of things. I know exactly what you mean. Just like not taking their time when they easily can. But a bit of time here for James Maddison. He's come into the middle of the park. Castagna out wide. James.
Don't let him shoot. Good play by Pierre.
Tielemans ball in to Hugo. Well done, Hugo.
Just calm it down. Quick counter.
Goes long.
All the way over. Go on, Kulu.
Brilliant pass.
No, Kulu, straight.
Yeah. He's like a stallion.
He's so strong.
Oh, he's so saucy.
Hurry!
He was like a fucking stallion. Beanable. Straight.
Oh, this hold-up play is gorgeous there, King Huddle. I agree. He's an absolute genius.
He's so good. Why did we ever drop him? Why did we ever rest him?
I don't know. Shocking when you think about it, isn't it?
He's like, he doesn't, whenever he's rested, he comes back and says, justify it now. Justify dropping me now.
Nearly 250 in the house, everybody. Do smash that like button.
Bosh, come on.
About face on the ball.
So he has hair that needs to be pulled. It's pullable hair he has.
Yeah. No Romero.
Well, I don't think we'll see Sanchez come in for Romero again after that anyway.
Danny Ward.
I'm so disappointed with Sanchez not being up for it.
Like, this is what we talk about.
Oh, get there, Pierre.
You know, why not stand up and take it? Like, you know, why? I just don't get it.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. I'm so pissed off. Nearly all of my bets are ruined because Leicester took the lead first.
Oh, Davidson.
Longley with the ball over the top, cleared away by Evans. Tielemans.
It's turned into a very boring game very quickly.
Indeedy. To Maddison coming inside. Finds a nice pass into Daka. Well done, Moon Boots. Oh, but it gets cleared back to Daka.
Close him down.
This has got 6 goals written all over it.
Someone just bring Romero on.
Madison.
Well done, Longley. Go on, Romero. Find it.
Come on, run.
Richie.
Run, Rich.
Richie, nice pass here, please. Nice pass here, please, mate. Oh, you predictable there, son.
Ran into
he has
in
been
the alley there.
great in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He's the only one out of the front line not to do anything.
I don't think he's a game changer. I love his personality and his character, but
he's more of a game changer off the bench, in my opinion. I think I think once he gets used to the way the front line play, I think he will adapt in. I think he will fit in that problem.
Give him time.
Postdog saying Hugo's distribution has been pretty good this match.
Yeah, it has to be fair, actually. It's been spot on.
Sonny must be sitting on the bench looking at the fact that this team is coming. It's such an open game and thinking, why am I not playing in this one?
Yeah. I agree.
Oh.
It's a hospital pass anyway.
This game is mad.
Oh, James Maddison, another attempt. Great block.
Well done, Longley.
Come on, Kulu.
Longley's played so far.
Finds James Maddison, plays it back to Ndidi, out wide to Justin. Doing duty.
That's it. Who's putting that pressure on? Well done, Højbjerg.
Is that James Justin on the left-hand side, was it?
Yeah, they played. Yeah, they went with
Switched
Castagna on the right, and they've gone for Justin on the left.
Wow. I wouldn't have minded buying him in the summer, to be honest.
James Justin.
I like James Justin. I think he's a really good player.
Could be an option.
I like Pereira as well. I like a lot of the Leicester City wing backs, to be honest, full backs, whatever you want to call
Pereira
them.
hasn't done it over the last few years, though. He's had a lot of problems.
Injury. He's been injured a lot, hasn't he?
It's a big risk bringing him in. Last thing you want to do is think you've addressed it, and then he's out injured for 6 months.
True. Oh, well done, Perisic. Well done, Perisic. Go on, son.
Moon
Come on,
boots.
Mooney.
Oh, get there.
The express train coming through.
Sorry, Kane. Kane's is probably slower pups.
Moon boots again inside the half. Long ball again. Oh, it's just bounced over Richie's head. Richie.
Go on, Richie. Well done.
Keep it in.
Yeah. Well done, Richie. Well done, Richie.
It's a corner.
Well done, son.
Gorgeous.
Pigeon. Well done, Pigeon.
Good work. I want to see the cockerel celebration today.
Oh, I put some extra white in the hair. It looks like everybody.
He's
Well
shaved
done,
the
Pidge.
sides anyway. He's got the sides shaved again.
Yeah, he's had a haircut. He's definitely had a haircut.
Yeah.
Do you think he's the sort of person though that goes and hires a haircut like Harry Kane, a hairdresser, barber, or do you think he just he
They all
gets
have
one
their
of
own
his
barber.
brothers?
They all have their own.
to-
they all
I
have
think
their own
Harry
barber.
Kane's barber takes it to the next level. I think he uses products that will enrich Harry Kane's hair, help it grow, help it shine, stuff like that. I think Richarlison is more of the getting the razor at it, making all the nice haircut styles, but Kane
I'm
has the
pretty
guy
sure that Harry Kane is on the manual stuff. He should be a sponsor
Following
of
from
manual.
Perisic here,
Come on.
and it's a header. And it's a
I hope you got the pen on.
He's finally done it. He's done it.
Oh, David!
Come on!
Celebration. The
too
prawn
much of the
celebration.
good
in
expo.
Minnesota. Oh, you love it.
I gotta be honest. I didn't see that. The screen was jumping as it happened, but
Yeah.
I'll watch it now. Perisic with the corner. What happens? Perisic with the corner. Oh, it's just a straight
Moon
flick
boots
on.
just in a
Straight
crowd.
flick.
Oh, it's a beautiful header. Look at that. Front post.
Oh,
Remember we were
throws
saying
like
last night, Jack, about them front post deliveries and the reason why they do it, because it's easier to win the header on a front post delivery, and the statistics, you genuinely win more and have a better chance of scoring. So I like that.
But you know what's also
I mean,
interesting is
he
that
rose like the astronaut that he is, Dave. Moon boots.
He's got
every
jet
single.
powered boots. Sorry, Charlie, go on.
So I was gonna say every single Tottenham player merged onto the front post. It's clearly a deliberate header. And by the end of it, there was like 4 or 5 Spurs players and only three Leicester players competing for that ball. Very smart.
Dermot says, I have to say, what a ball. And Dermot also says, Sean, it's great to have you on the watch-alongs. Big up, Dermot.
Big up,
Dermotron.
Dermotron.
And also as well, lads, have you noticed that, remember Leicester were probably, I think, the worst team in the league last season when it came to... Remember Leicester last season were the worst team in the league, I believe, defending set pieces? They've now conceded basically from 2 set-piece situations.
True.
Already.
De Vio, we give credit to De Vio. He deserves a pay rise.
Yeah, he's taken over from Owen Goal last season in the amount of goals scored for Tottenham.
Vio's goals. We should count Vio's goals.
Yeah.
Honestly, Moon Boots rose like a phoenix out of the ashes. It was unbelievable. It was them jet-powered boots he has, Jack. Moon Boots can be interpreted both ways.
Yeah.
Fair point.
This is superb. I feel so much more relaxed now.
One massive goal from Moon Boots.
Well done, Benton Core.
Huge goal. I really hope Moondog's got.
Oh, well done, Benton Core. Well done.
I really do. If Moondog, if you're watching, please put it. Please say you got.
No,
it.
he changed his
it's
bets.
Like a drug, Dave. It's a drug for him. You can't.
He changed his bets. He said about 2-3 weeks ago he's moved from Moon Boots to Højbjerg.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Welsh gal saying we love an itch.
Thank you.
Welsh gal saying we love an assist from an itch.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. Oh, I had a bet with an assist from Itch from Perisic.
Did you?
No, well, it's all because it was all ruined because they all required one of the Tottenham players to score first.
Applause for the VR. They're showing them on the camera. They know the Magic Man is in town. We've got the Don, we've got the Godfather, and now we've got the Magic Man. We really are building up the mafia, the Hitman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hitman. Well, I'm going to call him Cardinal Via because he's some sort of like holy man.
We should. We're definitely breaking through the ranks of the mafia here today. Oh, what a ball! Oh, lucky, it looked good.
Dark Sun G with a super chat here, lad, saying 2 goals for Dyer in 7 games. No wonder he got picked for England. We will score a lot from set pieces today. Perisic has 3 assists already. Come on, Richie, says Dark Sun G. So much to unpack there. I must say, if Southgate were to take moon boots on the plane, Dark Sun G, I think they need to play back 3. I just, as we know, I just don't trust moon boots in a back 4 at all. His first step is always backwards. If you ask me. But at the same time, if they're going to play with a back 3, he could be quite useful, actually, to Southgate. You never know. But when it comes to Perisic, I think we're expecting lots of assists from him this season. He did give the ball away there, though.
What is that? That's just stupid. We're in trouble here.
Oh, good chance. Oh, he plays it back. Well blocked. Core.
Oh, Benson Core's been really good. Go on, Cess. Go on, Cess.
Time and
Go on, Cess.
Fine.
Thanks for the hammy.
Lovely.
Oh, what a try by Harry. Look at that. That's
weird.
gorgeous. Oh, and the bend on the pass.
Let's go, Decky. Let's go, Decky. Do it again. Do him again. He's done it.
Oh, unlucky. Jesus, he gives me a hard on Harry Kane when he bends the ball like that. But Dark Sun G, I mean, Perisic has been absolutely, he's been a sensation, revelation down that, since he's come into 3 assists. It's crucial. Dyer, look, I'll be honest, I think he's been for centre back is not England's strongest position going into this World Cup. But look, hopefully he does well. I want to see all Tottenham players do well. And look, big him up for scoring. I'm absolutely buzzing. And for Richarlison, be nice to see him get on the score sheet.
Certainly would be. Chris Benoit saying Gianni Vio is a set piece god. He deserves a pay rise. That's all I can say. Pick yourself up, Chris.
It's another corner
another
here.
Ball in here. It looks like it's from Perisic.
Perisic.
Oh!
Oh, that's soft if that's given. He's just out jumped him. That's soft. That's got to be given. That's got to be given.
Dave, I mean, that's the definition of showing him the weight room there.
Jeez, he jumped.
What happened? What happened? What happened? I know what happened.
Sanchez rose with
the referee blew it, but I don't think he done anything to the keeper. Right? All he done was jump like 10 feet in the air. It's not his fault.
No,
the refs having a fucking outright. I'm pissed off with the VAR not being checked on that first goal.
How's that? How? Oh, it's come off his arm. Okay, fair enough. Oh no, it's come off Leicester player, has it?
It's come off a Leicester player, but they're saying it's a foul on Danny Ward.
Nah, he's not. Sure, he's jumped to go for the ball.
I mean, Danny has no chance of getting there. I mean, you're not going to get it.
This referee is an absolute disgrace.
He is a toss pot. Honestly, he must have been out on the town last night. Where was he? What's a good spot in London?
I mean, he tries to dress him like Anthony Taylor. I don't know anymore. He's nowhere near as good as Anthony Taylor, and he's not even like Anthony Taylor. He's a good referee to begin with. It's just
you got Andre Mariner in the VR room. He's also having a stinker. He's supposed to be the big dog protecting this guy, Simon Hooper.
I think he's watching a different game there, Dave. He must be more interested in something else going on. But
flick on!
Beautiful flick on!
Oh, get there, Bento. What on, Bento? Takes out 2 of them. He takes 2 of them out. Love it, Bento.
Didi. Well done, Perisic.
Well done, Perisic. This is good. This is the football I want to see. It's not perfect, but it's exciting.
Oh, I thought he was gone there, Kulu. Exactly,
Good
lad. An open game. These last few games have been boring as hell to watch.
Boring as hell. Yeah, that's it. Benton Core again.
Benton Core.
He's saucing. He's saucing.
Benton. Ben Seckers. He's back. He's back. He's back, baby.
He is.
Sanchez. Back to Lloris.
Oh. He was put under his foot there. That's it, Cessy. Come on, Cessy. Yes, find your man, Eric Dyer. Nice little. Now we're doing triangles.
Now let's just cool it down a little. We're gonna rip these open at the back. Every time you go forward, we look like fucking scoring.
Well done, Dyer.
Come on.
Perisic. Hot sauce.
Lusevski.
Spicy Nando's. Come on, Benson Core.
Salzburg. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
I'm really enjoying this bit with you guys.
By Sanchez.
Come on. Let's go. Becky, not this time.
Could see the idea behind it.
Oh, look at
he wins it back.
That long way. Oh, no.
Unlucky. Sanchez, get there, son, please.
Oh, no.
Well done.
Oh.
No, White shot it, actually.
That's the risk, isn't it?
That was unlucky. That was unlucky, this deflection here.
Daka offside anyway, isn't he? No, Sanchez is playing him onside. Jesus, Sanchez. Playing him onside by about 2 foot.
He's been all over the place. What a ball. Look at that.
Lovely switch play from Harry.
Just the way Kane delivers them passes, it's floating out forward.
Go on, Pezza.
Oh,
Look at Pezza. Look at him. He's 21.
Oh, to Kane.
Oh!
Kane, give it backwards. Give it to Longley. Sauceburg.
Go on, Longley. Oh, he
Oh,
finds Cess.
lovely pass
Finds
from
Cess,
Longley.
lovely.
Lovely pass
Cess
from
with the
Longley.
cross.
Oh,
Corner kick.
Corner.
Come on, DeVio.
Lovely
Let's get the
pass from
hat-trick. A
Longley.
hat-trick for DeVio. Jack DeVio, answer. Who said who's going to score a hat-trick? DeVio could.
We never know. I guess we never called it. Dark Sun G with a super chat saying, I said Hooper is a bad look at that Coutinho offside. He said, yeah, Dave, he said Hooper, he's not. After he saw what happened with Aston Villa and Man City, Dark Sun G knew that Hooper wouldn't be good.
Boys, without getting sentimental, just before this corner kick comes in, I just want to say the only thing I'm enjoying more than this particular game, because it's great, is being back on the Irish Hotspur with a watch along with you two. It's fantastic.
Great having you on, my man. I'm having a ball today. Me, you, and Jack are balling out just like Tottenham.
The team is back together.
What is it? It's not the Three Stooges.
The band is back together. That's the phrase.
The band's back together. We're balling out today as well. Everyone in the chat, let us know what you make of the game so far, guys. Come on. Jacko, how are you feeling today? You feeling good? You excited? You happy the band's back together?
The boys are saucing right now, Dave. I think I'm enjoying everything I'm seeing. But Sasson, time and space, have a hit.
Oh, what are you doing, Sess? That's too hard. Richie, overhead, Piquet. What's he doing?
If that didn't get blocked. Oh, Kane just played.
Ref! No, he got the ball. No, come on, guys. Get back now. Get back.
Do you know what we should have done? We should have all sat there and listened to the boys are back in town before we came on to get poked up.
Yeah. No, it's been
that would have been ridiculous. That Richie shot looked like it would have been actually on target. Actually,
yeah. That goes on. Anything that goes on target will beat Ward today. It's simple. He's crap.
Adrian Chia says, how many goals have we got from corners this season?
Yeah, good point.
Trivia question.
We need to tally that up for a debate show during the week, Jacko.
Yeah, for Gianni Vio. Maybe he'll end up being the top scorer.
Yeah, we need to put the spotlight on him. We need to give him the praise where it's due. I mean, you could see the goals coming. The guy's got like nearly, 4,200 something set pieces. If you don't score from any of them, you really are bad.
Tottenham. This is my Tottenham back.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
230 in the house. Everybody do smash that like button. Paris
Numbers keep fluctuating. They go up and down. Oh, Bentecourt just slows it down.
That's it. Oh, Sanchez, be careful. Okay. Oh, don't give it back to Sanchez, Hugo. We know the problem here. We see this before against West Ham. Come on.
Just do not switch off before halftime like we did in both hats against Sporting. Just keep focused.
About face.
He's been all right so far, especially on the ball, Fout face. What a name. Fout face.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to start.
What a bloody name.
Madison.
What's the score? 3 goals already. Over 4.5 goals is a given, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over 4. There's definitely 2 more goals in this game.
There is. Yeah.
I got to back that. I'm gonna put 50 quid on that for sure.
Two more goals to get my score prediction. 2 more goals for Tottenham.
Patty,
Jack,
we won't be able to enjoy this until we get a 2-goal cushion. Very good, Patty. I love that. Loves some insurance. Patty does.
Loves it. Loves the insurance.
I just put 50 quid on there being at least 2 more goals in the game. Because all my original bets have been brutalized by Sanchez. You git.
You'll have to send him a strongly worded email, Sean.
Oh, well, no, I'm going to. I'm definitely going to. Not a fan. It's not be a fan email. It's an unhappy email or something. Here he is.
Castagna.
In a minute.
Cleared by
Dyer.
Oh, Dewsbury Hall.
Just there's more power in that clearance than what he got when he scored.
Fuck.
Who was that hit that shot? Castagna.
Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury. Way. Good souvenir there for one of the boys in the South Stand. Who do you reckon caught that one, Ben or Sim?
I think Rez caught it.
Sonny on the bench. He doesn't look too happy.
He
Well, he looks okay.
looks all right. You can see he's like, please get me on. Please get me
Yeah.
on. This is the game that he's been waiting for. It's an open game, you know?
Yeah, I thought Hoiberg gave away a penalty there.
Well done,
All right, Charles,
Rich.
good work. What is that, Ceci Young?
Leicester trying to get back into it. Fuck, man.
Crashing
I
on the
woke
counter.
up. I woke up this morning. I could have been at the game. I could have taken Ben's ticket. I could have been there, getting pissed beforehand.
We are talking TV, Ben.
Yeah. He said
Wait.
take the ticket.
Did he not go?
No, yeah. I think he's maybe one of his dad or his grandpa or someone wasn't going, so they had a ticket. But I was like, I can't. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hour leg up there on the various trains and stuff, and then it's all. I'm okay doing it. It's just on the way back. It's like once all the fun is over,
Yeah.
then you got to face the journey home. I'm like,
Perisic gets skinned easily there. Oh no. Oh, we got away with that one.
Goes out. Daniel Larson saying, a bizarre game, in my opinion. We look all over the place in defense.
Open game and a very open game.
That was going to happen when Sanchez is in there anyway. But going forward, I can't help but think if Sonny was in that front three today instead of Richarlison, we'd probably have 3 or 4 right now.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Like, I know, I wasn't a fan of Richie when he the idea of signing him, not because of the player, but because of the value. And then after I'll wait for this game to break down. I'll tell you. Right, until it gets into anything interesting. I wasn't a fan of the valuation, and then after when I saw him play, I saw his character and his ambition and his energy and his passion. I was like, oh, I got it wrong. He's brilliant. I love him, but I'm gonna take a step back and actually judge him more on his. Cross comes in. Oh, what on Sanchez?
Oh, Winnie Højbjerg, no!
He's off. Way off. Jack, you got me scared there.
I've got to be honest. Since Richie's come in, in the first couple of games where he got 10 minutes and 20 minutes here and there, I like him as an impact player. But for me, the front three should probably be Sonny, Kane, and Decky, and then you have to have Decky. You have to have Decky in, and then there's a choice of Richarlison or Son, and I don't know. It's kind of like pick your poison, really, because neither of them are playing brilliantly off the left hand side. So.
What has Richarlison done there? It's straight to him, just chest it down.
Yeah, another example. I'm not sure Sonny would have done better, but neither of them are brilliant, are they?
Oh no. It was a straight ball to Richarlison. I just don't understand it. It's just his fancy touches.
What on Sanchez? What on, mate?
Starting to look a bit somewhat competent the last few minutes.
Yeah, nothing's going to make up unless he scores a goal. It's not going to make up for his mistake. No. But he's at least manned up and got over his moment. That's awful.
That was shocking.
Daka, is that who was that? Dewsbury Hall.
Jack, what do you make of the hat so far?
I think we've kind of come off the boil here, just a little sketched.
Yeah.
DD.
Over.
I don't know. I think it's just been a bit all over the place. In fact, even right there, we've looked really flat-footed where everybody's just standing right next to each other. It's very easy for Leicester to win the ball back from us. I think we've looked good in some ways going forward, but to be fair, boys, we have just taken advantage of being really good from set pieces. You sort of, I think Kulusevski has probably been the brightest spark, if anything. I think Kane has had some nice switches of play, but I think when he's actually gotten close to his own box,
well played, Kane. Well played, Harry. Well played, Harry. Oh, you found. Oh, what a switch. Get alongside him, long leg, go. Oh, look, he's gone inside instead. It's terrible for Session.
Christ. Him and Richarlison down that left side is not working.
Get back, Sanchez. Get your man.
Him and Richarlison. Son has to come in the second half.
Yeah. Son and Romero, and we're good.
Yeah. Son and Romero, and we're back to the Tottenham we know.
Yeah.
It's
obviously... it's not like we're not playing brilliantly, but I'd much rather take this sort of watching this version of Tottenham than the previous versions of Tottenham.
It's a bit more exciting. I'll give you that. It is a bit more exciting. I do think Jack has a point. We do look very open at the back at times.
Yeah, we're all over the place a little bit, but
Mm.
it's an exciting game. You know, it's like I almost fell asleep during the Tottenham Sporting game, boys. You know, I was doing a watch along, and I was like, after 20 minutes, I was like, I might just switch this off, lads, because this is this is awful. You know?
People are saying we're giving the ball away a bit too much this match. I mean, that's been kind of a common theme, I must say, kind of throughout the season, especially from the front three, if you ask me. I think sometimes the front three are the most wasteful in certain moments.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the known, obviously, we think about right now, but oh, wow, oh! Danny Ward thinks he's Neuer.
Danny Neuer.
Oh, good play there from Leicester. We tried to win it high up the pitch. Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah, Perisic is telling to Sanchez there. Get back.
Oh, doesn't win it. Castagna.
Oh, what a goal!
For fuck's sake.
What the hell?
For fuck's sake.
I didn't even look like it was going headed towards the goal.
Oh, what a goal. Sake. What a goal.
That's a piss take. Oh, you could just
right before the half, boys. Right before the half.
Again, why do we keep switching off with 5 minutes to go? Or towards the end of every half. Right the warnings were there against Sporting. It's come from nothing as well. Sessegnon has to do better in the air here. He's just got to win that.
Oh, he's bullied off it.
Oh, it's too easy. And then he lets him get the cross in as well.
Longley and Dyer.
Eric Dyer and Longley, both of them stand
What
still.
a finish.
Yeah, great finish. But what is Dyer doing? What's Longley doing?
Off his knee, I think.
There's still 5 more goals in this game.
There's still goals in the game, but it's just annoying. It's just a stupid goal. Like the 2 goals, it's both defensive errors. It's just. Session's got to compete in the air there. He's just got to compete. How's he? Oh, he's not only does he not win the header, he doesn't even go and win the second ball. Salzburg.
Lovely beer.
Give it back to him. It's behind him.
Yeah.
Behind him. Sir, come on, mate.
Charles has just got to put it
yellow
there. Why is he putting it behind?
Where's the yellow card, bro? This ref's a fucking disgrace. What's his name?
Yeah, he's a disgrace. Who
Balloon or something?
That was deliberately taken down there. How is that not a yellow?
And he stopped the encounter. We had good numbers going forward.
That's it, Bento.
Anytime the ball gets to a Charles.
Longley. Oh, it's a good ball from Longley. Go on, Rishi.
Oh,
Rich.
Another yellow card, ref. Yellow card, ref. Any chance of some
by him?
Any chance of a little bit of accountability, referee? Any chance at all?
Oh.
Ref's left his cards at home.
Perisic, come on, put in another good delivery, please.
Gianni Villa for the hat trick.
Put in a good delivery here. Test Ward from distance.
This is a Richie back post header. Flick on. Watch this.
Every time the ball's come down his side or touched him, it's fucking broke down the attack.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. Richie's been awful.
Let it run in behind.
It goes off the bar! Oh, no way!
Oh.
Stefsky.
Come on, Decky. Decky doesn't get beaten off the ball. Go on, son. Get that corner kick.
Right, he's taking on 2 of them. How many more people want to bite? Someone help him out.
Right, sir, he's been front off the ball.
That's ours.
Off the bar.
No, it's theirs. Off the bar. What a save from Danny Neuer.
Oh,
You're West Ham on
what a ball in.
says Daniel right
Credit
now.
on that. What a delicious delivery.
Sanchez. It was Sanchez again.
Bit of a tone for his
Keeper
error.
saved it.
Oh, a yard lower or a yard higher.
Come on, boys. Please, Dyer.
Why is he standing there? Switching off again before half time. You're standing still. Shit passes forward. me. Someone get the ball, foot on the
Oh,
ball.
Jesus.
Oh, my
no,
lord.
no, Daka.
We are atrocious at the back. Absolutely atrocious.
Oh no, no, rid of it.
Sanchez, please.
Jesus, what a game! It's a great game of football, though. I've got to be honest. It's a
Good
great
game
game.
to watch, but like, why do we keep switching off before halftime? It's so fucking annoying.
Both goals we've conceded. I mean, as much as it was a good finish.
Last 3 goals. Last 3
Not
goals.
just, not the last 4 goals. Oh no, Mitrovic was different, but the one before that were with West Ham as well.
Yeah. It's just a killer. It's just killing me.
It's a hospital.
4 of the last 6 goals we've conceded have been because we've switched off.
Humans with a long shot.
Come on, there's another goal in this before halftime. Get it up the field.
Lloris tries to clear it.
Take it down. There's no one near you.
It's 2-2.
You're never going. You're never giving it
Choose the easy pass. Choose the easy pass. For God's
no.
sake! Oh no!
Well done,
Someone
Pierre.
take the
Well done,
fucking
Pierre.
Well done, Hoyge.
I
Oh,
want
good
to
ball,
ball out
Hoyge.
as well.
Oh,
Again, every single time. Learn to
Richie.
hold it up. Why is he trying to flick dummy it? Hold the fucking thing up. It's
the
45
changes are
minutes.
obvious. The
Hold
changes are
it
obvious.
up. He's just giving them the ball back with
What sort of header is that, mate? You got a
He's
fucking
just-
Toblerone forehead or what? Jesus
Christ. It's getting frustrating. We've done some really good things, but some really awful things as well.
The changes are the changes are clear. The changes are so obvious.
Romero and Son, back
Yeah,
in.
that's it. That's it. Everything else is fine. Romero and Son, get them in. Thank you very much.
And I don't want to see us wait to 80 minutes to do it either. I can't believe Richarlison just stepped over that ball. Like, it's 45 minutes. Like, it's things like that that can help us. Just hold it up. Get boys forward. You know, we're just giving it away and keeping ourselves penned back in.
Steve D saying both our goals have been defensive errors, to be fair.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
blatantly.
Yep.
The referee hasn't helped us.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we should be 2 goals up. That's really what it is. We should just be 2 goals up and be in happy land. But the defense is.
could be 4 goals up.
I still want to see the VAR. I still want to see that. I still don't understand how the VAR said that goal was fine.
Why are
Sanchez's.
we throwing it into
Oh
the
no,
middle of the pitch?
no,
Why
no!
are we
fuck.
throwing that into the middle of the pitch?
No!
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Jesus,
Jesus,
Absolutely
Hugo.
brain dead.
what a save!
Whoever
What
threw
a
that
save,
into the
Hugo.
middle of the pitch needs to be taken off. It's
What a
45
save.
minutes right before half time, and they're just throwing it into the middle of the pitch. I can't believe what my eyes are seeing. They should be apologizing to me.
Oh, where's
Who threw that
Sessegnon?
ball?
Where the fuck is Sessegnon in that
He's playing on the
situation?
right, and Perisic and him have switched.
What a save by Hugo, though.
Perisic and Sessegnon have switched, have they?
I don't know why. Maybe they've.
Emerson
Oh, they
coming
have.
on.
Sessegnon's now playing right wing back.
Yeah, because
No.
there's nothing coming down that left side. There's absolutely nothing. He has to try and do something. I just can't believe the stupid stuff
Halftime.
done before half
This
time.
is why you should have had Jed Spence on the fucking bench. Plan B or Plan C, something. Well, Jesus, half time, 2-2.
Anyway, guys, it's half time. It's 2-2. Everyone keep smashing that like button. Keep smashing that subscribe button. Get your thoughts and opinions in the chat. If you wanted to stand out and get to us and skip ahead of queue, feel free to make it a super chat and we will get to it. But Jacko, let's take it away, my man.
Probably my opening thoughts, and anybody on the panel here, feel free to interrupt me at any stage. But my opening thoughts are: I think Spurs have looked really dangerous from set pieces. I think we looked good in probably the opening 20 to 25 minutes going forward. I think we found lots of opportunities to get it into our forward players, and there were lots of opportunities where I felt like a lot of Spurs players had time, space, and multiple options available to them. Then after a while, it felt like we started conceding a bit more possession to Leicester. Whether that was because we just maybe were giving the ball away a bit too easily, I'm not too sure. I'd probably have to think about it a bit deeper, but it did seem like maybe we were starting to be a bit more wasteful. I think we had always been, honestly, defensively shaky. As good as we looked in possession and periods, I think we were still defensively shaky throughout, no matter what. But it did seem like we did look really good in possession for at least 20-ish minutes. And then somehow we fell out of that, and I'm not really sure what it was. If I kind of agree with you guys, Richie has probably been the poorest of the front three. In terms of the midfield, I think Bentancur has actually looked a lot better than Højbjerg in certain moments, or at least defensively, he's also been excellent. The back line, honestly, Dyer and Longley haven't bothered me too much. Even the goal that they sort of conceded to James Maddison, as much as they maybe could have looked a bit better there, I think a lot of that does fall on Sessegnon, if you ask me. And I think it is actually a pretty spectacular finish for the most part. It is kind of pretty sensational. But obviously, Sanchez is the real highlight here. I mean, he's been poor in possession for the most part. I think there have been decent moments of him being good in possession, but for the most part, pretty woeful. Plays a lot of hospital passes and has continued to be such an eyesore in possession. I mean, it is just so rocky. The guy is he's a walking penalty when you really look at him in a lot of cases. But I don't know, lads. It just felt like we looked really good once we equalized, and once we even went up, we looked really good. But felt like for some reason we took our foot off the gas, or something Leicester was doing was really stifling us.
For me, look, I really hope everyone understands why I talk about Sanchez the way I do. I mean, people are going to say to me, oh, but he's made a couple of good headers since then, nearly scored. Well, he's paid to defend and keep goals out of the back of the net. And what he done in the first few minutes is exactly why I do not rate this guy. Not only does he miss the first tackle, he misses the second. And then, you know what? I'll compound it with a brain dead error, and I'll give away a penalty on top of it. You think after missing the first two, he would have just stayed away from the fucking third one. Absolutely shambolic. Did not get us off on the right footing whatsoever. Then I thought we came into the game. I thought we were doing well. We got the equalizer, went 2-1 up. But for me, down that left-hand side, it's been atrocious all game. Absolutely zero coming down that side. Anytime the ball touches Richarlison or Sessegnon, we're just giving it straight back to them. A change has to be made there. Interesting to see with Perisic reverting back over to the left. Does that mean you're going to see Emerson or someone like Matt Doherty be introduced at halftime? I'd almost consider bringing in Emerson or Romero as well at right side as centre-back. And for me, it's clear Son's got to come back into this lineup at some stage, preferably earlier rather than later. Do not leave it too late to try and affect the game going forward. And I think Sonny has to come in at some stage, and I think you'll see a much better Tottenham. I think Conte, fair enough, made the changes, but he didn't get it right with Sanchez. That would be him dropped for a while. Conte won't forgive that, and I don't think he got it right by starting Richarlison either. But look, I think all in all, actually, I think it's been an exciting game. I think we've done some good things, but all in all, I'm not really impressed with the first half performance, even though it's 2-2. Yeah. Sean, what's your thoughts?
Maybe Sean isn't. Oh, Sean, you're muted.
You're on mute. Sorry, guys. Much the same as what you guys have already said. I there's nothing much more to add apart from on an individual basis. I think Bentancur's been really good. He's been far better than Højbjerg. I think Højbjerg hasn't been that bad, but I think Bentancur's has been fairly solid. And I'm not entirely sure why they switched Sessegnon and Perisic. I think that you have to. I mean, it kind of makes sense to some degree. I'm not actually. No, it doesn't. I think Perisic was doing well on the right hand side. I liked what I was seeing with Perisic and Decky. The problem on the left hand side is not Sessegnon not creating with Perisic. It's that Richarlison and Sessegnon they haven't got any synchronicity or chemistry. And for me, that starts and finishes with the decision that Conte made to put Richarlison in. Listen, I'm a fan of Richarlison. Like I said, like I was trying to say during the game, I feel like I wasn't a fan of him at the start when he first signed. The idea of signing him, he won me over for his character and his personality. But actually, technically, I'm not entirely sure if I'm convinced by him. But for me, I think that the right decision today would have I said it at the start, would have been to have Romero at the back. On the right, and also to have Sonny on the left. The reason why I think, I've said it 1,000 times, the reason why I think Sonny doesn't play well or hasn't played well in no small part is because his confidence is knocked. But why is his confidence knocked? And I think it's because Perisic, and it takes up his space. And I said, if you're going to play Perisic on the right, then you need Sonny on the left, because Sessegnon with Sonny works far better than Perisic and Sonny does. So for me, it should have been everything as it is, but Romero for Sanchez and Sonny for Richarlison. That should have been the starting 11, and I don't think we'd have any of the problems that we're currently seeing. And that's the exact 11 I want to see when we start the second half. Will it be? I don't think so, because Conte doesn't like to make changes at halftime. He waits late in the game. For me, I think he needs to be proactive here and say, it ain't working. The fact that he's already switched, I didn't even notice, Jack. If what you're saying is true, that Sessegnon and Perisic switched sides, then he's aware of some issues. For me, the issues need to be resolved in a way that's pretty simple. You keep Perisic on the right with Decky, that was working. You keep Sessegnon on the left, but you put Sonny in front of him, and then you take off Sanchez and you put Romero on. And then for me, you've got the best 11 that we could possibly put out for this particular team, and I think we'll be fine in the second half. But that's like, I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, Jack. That's my take on it.
Quickly, I want to add, I will be quick on this. I think looking for positives, I think set pieces going forward, I think is a real plus for us. I think there's more goals coming from them. Our best chances today, the disallowed goal, and there were one off the bar. The first goal we scored, Eric Dyer's goal that was scored, it's all from set pieces. So I do think that's a way we can go on to win this game. But I'm concerned, and if I see this again in the second half, I'm going to go nuts. There at the end of the half, ball played into Richarlison. Rather than doing a step over and just and giving the ball away, you've got to hold it up. You've got to relieve the pressure and get us up the pitch near the end of the half. Whatever brain-dead muppet threw that ball into the middle of the field, and they went on and nearly got only bar great save from Hugo Lloris, went on and nearly went down 3-2 coming into half-time. This shit before the end of the half has to stop. This brain-dead moments. You just got to be more intelligent when you're out there. But Jacko, sorry, back to you.
We have a few super chats to get through here, lads. Adrian Chia says, "I'm so glad the City game was called off." I mean, I don't know, Adrian. At first, I probably thought it was actually a missed opportunity. Then I sort of was leaning towards it actually being kind of a bit of a blessing, perhaps not playing City, because it is sort of a tough game. Perhaps it would have hurt the boys' confidence a lot, but I don't know. I guess they're doing it to themselves at this stage, Adrian. They're hurting their own confidence by dropping points or making these games tougher than they need to be, Adrian. So I think the way that we're playing right now, certainly maybe we should go with something we probably would have won this called off. Big up, Adrian. We also have Steve D saying, just making sure, just trying to get down to it. Sorry, Steve D. Where is it? There he goes. Never mind it, Spence. Even Frank Spencer would do. I'm not sure what he means. Frank Spencer would do at right wing back, he's saying, Dave.
Jed Spence, I think he means.
Yeah, never mind it, Spence. Even Frank Spencer would do, is what he said.
Look, one of them. You know what's that other guy, the baldy guy? He's very camp, is what you'd call him. I don't know. People know I'm on about. He does programs on like Sky and all. Look, for me, I think Sessegnon is a definite candidate coming off as well, and it'd be interesting to see if he does make the sub. You know who comes on. At right wing back, I think he missed an opportunity not bringing Spence today. If I'm being honest, Sessegnon has been absolutely atrocious. I think he's been atrocious going forward, and he's been atrocious defensively. Not to win that header and then not get enough on to block this shot. And this is what I keep talking about when it comes to some of this backline, Jacko. They compound one mistake with another. Instead of making a mistake and saying, okay, I'm going to make up for that, it's just compounded with another.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to have to do something at that side, that left-hand side, because it's just not working.
I know exactly what you mean. Big up, Steve D. ACM with a comment saying PEH is so slow and clumsy. Bentancur has not been much better either. Simon McClure saying Woolwich will tear us a new ours if we perform like this. It's absolutely dreadful. To be fair, Enrique say Justin did leave his foot out, and maybe that was a dive. I think it kind of was a dive, Enrique, but when you have Sanchez just coming at you full force like that, I mean, you know he's going to take you down. So it was actually quite clever of him to see sort of Sanchez's momentum as well as Sanchez's sort of brain dead defending and taking advantage of that. And maybe it was a dive, but I think we would ask our Spurs player probably to do the same thing in that scenario because it's just actually quite smart maybe from Justin. Shane O'Neill, though, with a super... Sorry, yeah?
Oh, sorry. Look, just no point in looking for excuses. Session's fault. It was stupid. Brain dead.
DB saying this is a bottom 8 game, so poor, no quality out there. It's not looking like very good quality, at least in the defending front. DB, big yourself up though, and good to see you as well, Terry Wright. Shane O'Neill saying transfer window win bearing fruit now, forced to move our best left back to right back because our right back is useless and our second left back isn't much better either. Sanchez put in the bin right now. I think Sanchez is showing his true sort of like defending capacity. And this should be a game, let's be honest, everybody, that Sanchez should thrive in. It's a Leicester team that's very defeated, has no confidence. He's playing at home. There's no reason that Sanchez should be as shaky as he is. Like, it's not a North London derby. It's not a game against Man City or anything. This is against Leicester at home.
Jack, is that okay? Can I call out some of the stats from the first half just to let
I just
everyone
want
know?
to finish this super chat just quickly.
I'm sorry, mate. Sorry, buddy.
And Shane as well. I mean, the transfer window not bearing fruit. I mean, it just shows that clearly Conte doesn't like a lot of these players, perhaps that he's brought in. But I do like the looks of Longley. I do still like Richarlison, despite maybe how he's not looked so great today. I think there's still a great player in there. Perisic, we do know, has been a fantastic signing, but the big glaring hole is clearly that Jed Spence is just not liked by Conte, and that has turned into a huge problem for Spurs, certainly. And pick yourself up, though, Shane. Sorry, Sean. Yeah, read the stats. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, but do you have a chance to share the screen, or is that complicated?
I don't think we can do that through OBS.
Okay,
No.
I'll just call them out for you. So ball possession, 41% to Tottenham, 60% to Leicester. Right, that's a problem when you're playing against the bottom team. Total shots, 6 for Tottenham, 14 for Leicester.
To be fair, though, just quickly, Leicester have actually averaged more possession against every team I think they've played this season.
That's true. Yeah, good point. Total shots, 6 for Tottenham, 14 for Leicester. Total shots on target, 3 versus 5. Shots off target, 1 versus 5. Block shots, 2 versus 4. Let me skip through to big chances created, 1 for Tottenham, 3 for Leicester. Big chances missed, 2 for Leicester, none for Tottenham. Hit the woodwork, 1. Look, if we get down to the passing stats, 214 passes versus 327 for Leicester. Accuracy, 83% versus 87% for Leicester. Long balls, we're 69%, 80% for Leicester. Crosses, we're about the same, 33% each. Dribbles, 2 from 7 for Tottenham, 29%, versus 4 from 5 for Leicester, 80%. Possessions lost, 64% Tottenham, 58% Leicester. 64 not percent, just 64 possessions lost, 58 for Leicester. Duels won, 14 for Tottenham, 23 for Leicester. Aerial duels won, 5 for Tottenham, 7 for Leicester. Tackles made, 3 for Tottenham, 10 for Leicester. Interceptions is 8 versus 4. So we win on interceptions. And clearances is 4 for Tottenham, 6 for Leicester. Basically, on every meaningful stat, despite me enjoying the first half, when you actually see the stats in front of you, we're lucky to be drawing the game.
Yeah, I think because, like I said, all of our goals have come from set pieces. As much as I think the front threes look good at certain moments, like it's really just the goals have come from set pieces. Let's not kid ourselves here. Thank you, Sean, for reading those. But we have a few more to get to. Dave, do you have any conclusions though, maybe on those stats?
No, it's just that it's poor. Look, I mean, it reflects what we've been seeing. You know, like our best opportunities. Like I said earlier on, Dyer, Kane, Sanchez's 2 moments. They both come from set pieces. Apart from that, you know, I think when you look at it, it's a fair reflection of what we've been seeing. But sorry, Jack, I'll go on, take it away.
No, definitely. Go get it with a super chat here saying, big up, my guys. Basuma needs to come on, and Son. A lot of people have been asking for that extra man in the midfield. Probably could be Basuma or Skip. I guess they are both available, and I would like to see them come in, but I would like to be 2-0 up. Go get it. Then we could have an extra midfielder come on, form that 3-5-2. But it's not working out that way. And Sonny probably should come on for Richarlison. I don't think it could get much worse if you ask me then. But we have a few more. They are about to kick off. The players are walking out. Brendan Rodgers walking out. Hennessy with a super chat saying, hope Conte is sorting them out for the second half. I guess yet again, another big speech from Conte is going to be needed. It feels like how many times, though, do we have to rely on that, though, people, if you know what I mean? But we have kicked off here, everybody. I'm going to see if it is working on screen. Yes, we are. But kick off, everybody.
Absolutely spot on there, Hennessy. I mean, every week it feels like, oh, Conte will rip them a new one at halftime. We can't keep saying that. At some stage, we have to put together a complete performance. We can't keep relying on Conte stripping the paint, my man. But big up, Hennessy.
And then Al Ben with another super chat saying that's that team sat back and allowed the team possession, give any team a chance to get at us, then unable to keep and do something with it when they turned it over. Kulusevski, though, just quickly, Al. Sessegnon on the right-hand side. Bentancur.
It's interesting that he's over there.
Yeah,
I think he's trying to do it so that he doesn't have to bring on Doherty or Emerson, but try and get something going down the left-hand side.
It's a weird choice. So weird. I like what Sessegnon on the right. What's going on there?
I don't understand it myself. I don't. I don't.
Bendo, we did sit back and we did concede possession. It might have been having to do with the front three conceding a bit too much possession, but as well as just being sloppy all over the place. We all know that when you give the ball back to Sanchez, he can easily give it away. So, Al, I agree. I think we have conceded too much possession.
Yeah, I think Al Ben is absolutely spot on there, to be honest with you. And he's spot on when he says unable to keep possession. Would definitely have something to do with it, to do with the turnovers and stuff like that. 100%, my man. It's all a knock-on effect. You know, we've got to be better on the ball this half, take more care of it, be more braver, and flip all the stats that Shawnee called out. Big up, Al Ben. Good eye, man.
Oh, Bentancur wins a high!
A shoot! Yeah!
Come on, baby!
Absolutely destroyed Alex Davies' favorite player indeed. Absolutely destroyed him. Took him off the ball, put it in, tucked it inside the inside.
Come on!
Put it in the manger. Gorgeous from Bentancur.
It
shows him the weight room here. Shows Alex Davies' favorite player the weight room here.
Oh, look!
He just takes it off his toe. He's like, I'm here. Let me pick your pocket, and then let me put it in the bottom locker. That's what I'm talking about, Bento. Come on!
Away from him, he could sense it.
What a finish!
And then the finish is tidy. Jack, I think he hasn't scored a club goal in like 3 years. Here it is. Look at that. Oh,
yeah,
Bento. Gorgeous finish.
This game has got 7 goals. This game has got 7 goals.
But anyway, look, great start to the second half, but we've got to keep moving.
Still have more super chats. I'm sorry, lads, to cut through here. Steve with a big super chat saying we've not scored more than 2 goals since first game. What makes you think bringing on Son out of form changes it? ? P.S. Frank Spencer from Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, he says.
Stevie D, Ben Tekers has just put, you're right, we haven't scored more than 2 in any game this season, but Ben Tekers has put that one out the window. 3-2, Stevie D. Come on, my man. Absolutely love it. And then what makes you think bringing on Son out of form changes it? Because he will. I think he will. This is a game for him. There's a lot of open space. And I think especially watching from the bench, I think he'll know exactly where the space is for him today. But look, we're 3-2, Stevie D. It's changed already, my man. Let's go, brother. And really appreciate it.
Really generous. And Dave, do you understand the Frank Spencer reference? Reference?
I haven't a clue.
Wait, what was the Frank Spencer? I'll be able to. I know Frank Spencer. What's the Frank Spencer
What
reference?
is it?
Some mothers do have them, he says.
Yeah, that was a show that was Frank Spencer was he goes, oh, Betty. It was a bit of a weird kid, and Frank Spencer was a character in a program called Some Mothers Do Have 'Em.
Rich.
Oh, Rakulu's free.
Oh, the chance! Oh, no!
Oh.
Decky!
But big up, Stevie D. Hopefully you're as buzzing as us now that game has changed, my man. Big yourself up. What an attack by Tottenham. This is a great start to the second half.
Really appreciate it.
Well, I was going to say at half time though that the one thing that you might be able to rely on is Tottenham always come out of the second half traps stronger. Every game, no matter how badly we started, we always come out for that 20 minutes in the second half. 45 to 70, Tottenham are always spicy.
Yeah.
Anthony Temporal with a super chat. I'm trying to look for the comment here, Anthony. Big yourself up, brother. Really appreciate your support, as well as Stevie, as well as Adrian, as well as a few others. Really do appreciate your guys' support, lads. Absolute legends.
That's it, Bento. Come on, Hoyge.
There's one there for Crypto Pritch Gaming as well. He says,
Decky.
Yep.
Go on, Sess. Come on, Sess.
Oh,
he puts Decky in. It's working.
Put it back.
No one there. Get back and help him, Sess. Get back and help him.
Doesn't need anyone, Shawnee. Look at that. He's just strength of a bull.
You're right. He doesn't need anybody. He doesn't need nobody. Hoiberg! Just Richie!
Go down.
Oh, Sess, have a crack! Oh, the shot! To that ball, ref!
He's worse than Emerson.
Oh, Jesus.
Sess.
Shoot. Have a crack, son. Decky has a... Decky with a dig. There's so many goals left in this game. There's so many goals left in this game. I should have been at the stadium. I mean, I love being here with you, but this was the one game.
Bad choice.
Oh! Look for the pen. Oh, well done, Harry. Well done, Harry. Gets the corner.
Big
He
one.
just says, hit those likes for the king of the White Hart Lane, says Crypto.
Smash those lights,
Oh,
guys.
you
Smash
know.
them.
You know, lad. I was saying earlier on, Shawnee, that my chair broke, so I need to get a crown and a throne and rename the channel to the King of Tottenham.
Big up, Crypto. Really appreciate your support, brother.
Legend,
Absolutely.
Crypto.
King of
I
White
can't.
Hart.
I can't support that because there's lots of people that want to have the King of Tottenham throne.
Yeah, but they never thought of it.
Frank Austin saying Jack is, or Tony Austin saying Jack way too young to know Frank Spencer. Yeah,
Watch out!
oh, from Moon Boots again. Tony
What?
Austin, completely agree, my man.
Moon
Way too
Boots.
young. I gotta admit, my age does show there. Dark Sun G says Bentancur's first goal comes at home. Finally, he scored. You got finally we get the cherry popped from Bentancur there, Dark Sun G, when it comes to the home goal. And I know that's one guy who loves to keep track of that sort of stuff. When do the new signings get their goal at home? Big up Dark Sun G and big up Crypto, Pritch Gaming, and really big yourself.
Big up,
Steve.
everyone. It's a great
Really
day to be alive.
They keep on coming though, lads, and I think there's one finally from Scorpion Fam for Life says Rodrigo Bentancur and Pierre deserve more credit. They work so hard in the Conte system, and people blame them for lack of possession, but we aren't set up to even play that way. Love that, Scorpion. Love that. Very bravely put as well.
I don't think they get enough credit. Look, playing in the midfield in this system, it's very hard. As the midfielders are very, very isolated a lot of the time, and the work they get through to try and put pressure on, turn ball over like Bentancur done there. Højbjerg is a lot better on the ball than what people give him credit for. Anytime he plays these majestic passes, no one mentions them, but they're very quick and easy to pull out his mistakes. I think we're very harsh on the midfield too.
Big up, Scorpion. And I agree. I think they've been our most consistent players this season, actually, Bentancur and Højbjerg. And in fact, have probably deserved a few more man of the match awards, if you ask me, Scorpion. I completely agree with you, brother. Really love that. And when it comes to, they're kind of just scapegoats, it feels like, for Conte's system by the looks of things. They just seem like obvious scapegoats. But Spurs showing about face the weight room.
Oh,
Gives it away.
Let's
Get back, Pierre. Pierre,
Let's go,
time.
Pierre.
Look forward.
That'll do
Look
something.
left towards Perisic. Look left. Go Perisic.
Oh,
Bentancur, lovely ball.
Ah!
Ooh, Kane with Kulu with the flicking behind. Unlucky.
Big up,
We're
Scorpion.
awesome
No, I
in
think
this
that's really bravely put out. Put that up on the refrigerator, my man, because I think that is a really good way to look at Conte's system. And I think if you really do look at these players individually, Højbjerg and Bentancur have not been the problem. They have not been the problem. Big up, my man.
Great comments from everybody today on the super chats, guys. Actually, really great comments. Absolutely loving them, guys. Putting me, Jack, and Sean under the pump. Great thoughts, everybody.
Oh, well done, Cess.
Oh, I thought I was breaking to Kulu there for a minute.
Adrian also saying, I need a beer after this game. Maybe
Oh,
even
no.
two. Come on, you Spurs.
Oh,
Pick
no.
yourself up, Adrian. Oh,
Why
Emerson
are you coming on?
on.
Why are you coming on?
Perisic. Holy shit.
What?
What? Is he
Don't
injured?
agree with that. Don't agree with no. He's just tired. Don't agree with
No.
that. He always gets subbed. He's always subbed off.
Perisic.
Don't agree with that whatsoever.
Baffling. Jack, you must be excited.
I'm not, Dave. I've called for him to be rotated and dropped for a few games, actually. But Adrian, you're going to need a beer now that Emerson has been sucked onto the pitch. I'll definitely say maybe even 3, not 2. Big yourself up, Adrian. Steve G saying, ease up with the age shaming. Come on, you Spurs. I've been a Spurs fan since 1970s. Don't you worry, Steve. I mean, we need more people like you in the chat. You know, the wise crew of the house, the wise Spurs fans, the ones that have been a part of the shelf and whatnot. Big
Get back, Sanchez. Get back, Sanchez. Sanchez.
Oh,
no, he's been up.
Oh,
Højbjerg.
Oh,
Yes,
Pierre.
Pierre.
From Pierre. What recovery?
Scorpion's coming to life. But Steve, you're only as young as you're only as old as you feel, my man. As long as you feel mine, Sean, and Jacko's age, you know, you're still young at heart, my man.
I'm 40. I'm 40 in a couple of not a few months time. So, like, you know, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Do you think Conte might? Oh, Richarlison.
Richarlison, not good enough, bro.
What defend? What tracking back by Højbjerg, though? No one's coming.
Oh,
Højbjerg.
gorgeous pass
Absolutely.
from Bentancur.
Kulu,
Go, Becky! Becky! Inside! Go! Outside! No!
Unlucky.
That's the one thing that lets him down is his final shot when he's done that.
What a run. See, Kulu, this is what
saying I need
people
4
actually
beers
just
now.
Sorry, Jack.
No, just Mick Hermelach saying I need 4 beers now. Pick yourself up, mate.
I've moved on to the vodka mix, so.
The turn of pace.
Handball! Handball, sir! Oh, fuck off.
Do
Fuck
smash
off,
that
ref.
like button, everybody. 260 in the house.
Yeah, smash it.
Guys,
Obliterate it.
explain that to me. Like I see a lot of channels saying you can't challenge Conte. Like explain
Sonny
to
and
me
Romero. Come on.
Romero and Sonny's coming. That's what we wanted to see. Explain to me Perisic for Emerson. Please explain that to me. Make sense of it, Jack. Please.
Age.
I think
what it was?
it's I think it's sincerely just because Perisic has been played pretty much every game for the last however many
that's a good
times.
point.
I know he's
That's a
going to
good
be
point.
on international break, probably playing Ponte with Croatia. I think
Good
there's
point.
that feeling that once Spurs have gone 1 goal up, and also the fact that I think the majority of just the majority of Leicester's good play does seem to come down our left-hand side, or sorry, our right-hand side, Sanchez's side. Maybe putting Emerson over there, he thinks, okay, more defensive solidity. Now that he's putting Romero on as well, even more defensive
Makes
solidity.
sense. Okay.
Because we know that Emerson doesn't play well alongside Sanchez. I guess no one plays well alongside Sanchez, to be fair.
That's
I guess
why
we learned
Romero's
that today.
Jack, do you know what, mate? I asked you to make sense of it, and you just made perfect sense of it. Well done, sir.
I tried to,
well done.
I defend Emerson like a prime Maldini, I must
No.
say.
Sanchez better be coming off for
Very
Romero,
good.
though. He better be, because even that free kick into the box, Sanchez slipped there. You know, he's all over the place today.
No, Sanchez has been pretty good since that first 7 minutes. I think he's been pretty good. He's had 2 chances in the air as well.
It's that
But,
7 minutes.
I know, but he can't. I'll change it in a minute. What a save! What a save!
Jump with him.
Oh my God!
Or Sessegnon and Sanchez both failed to leap. That's shocking by the two of them. Left hand side, and get Sanchez.
Come on, Tottenham! Wakey, fucking wakey! What are you doing? Emerson, you've been turned inside out there. Rid of it. Jesus Christ!
He is all over the place out there. Take him off now. It's going to be so costly.
Who's that number 7? Who's number 7 for Leicester?
Barnes.
Is it Harvey Barnes?
What is
Sanchez.
Sanchez doing? He doesn't.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Fucking jump. Honestly, what is his boots filled with? Fucking concrete.
Fuck's sake.
Sonny coming on. Come on, Sonny. Who's he on for? Charlison coming off.
Good. Sanchez for Romero. Come on.
So that's 3 subs used out of 5 already. Interesting. And Sanchez, yeah, that's right. He's been absolutely atrocious. He's done some good things, but unfortunately, his job is to keep balls out. And, you know, he cost us a goal, and he nearly fucking cost us.
What a move by Conte, honestly, to actually snap him out.
Do you think part of the reason why he put Sanchez on in the first place is because he got a lot of heat this week for not using the subs, and he thought, well, I'll put Sanchez on to start with, and then I'll take there's a sub for you.
Almost proves a point. He really proved a point.
Yeah.
with Sanchez.
Yeah,
Well done, Højbjerg.
He has proved a point. But you know what?
Damn.
Credit Conte. People questioned, will he leave it late to make subs again? Will he make changes? He's done both today, so credit to
Emerson.
him.
Credit, exactly.
Face.
Skin him.
I'm just not sure I agree with the first choice decisions in the first place, though.
I didn't agree with 2 of them, but look, things he was. Oh no!
People are happy to see Sonny come on, though. They want to see Sonny do well.
Oh, Bentancur, you get absolutely beaten there by Daka. What the fuck are you doing? Bentancur, you've been passed.
Oh, James.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Where is Sessegnon? How's he missed?
Daka, far out.
I thought that was in. How's he missed?
I thought it was in.
Where was Sessegnon here?
Bentancur gets beaten 3 times in the same play.
He's 50 yards behind the play. He's not even getting back to catch up with it.
It's a handball.
Oh, he handballed it.
That's
That's
a
gotta be a yellow
handball.
card there. That's gotta be a yellow card.
It's got to be a yellow card.
How did he even miss by even punching the fucking thing? That's shocking.
Good, he got the yellow card.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to be honest, though. Bentancur, who I thought was brilliant in the first half, he's just got beaten 3 times in the same play and then gave up when he got beaten for the 3rd time. He just slowed down and gave up.
He's relaxing after he scored, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's not well.
Daniel Larson saying, yeah, we're still all over the place defensively.
Where was Sessegnon there? I didn't want to see Sessegnon. He wasn't even busting a gut to get back and make up for it when he could see what was about to unfold. He's 50 yards up the field. I'll clatter him.
Was that the first yellow card? Daka was the first yellow card of the game.
Think so. No. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was.
I don't remember anything. It hasn't, to be honest, it hasn't been a particularly spicy affair. So, but
We've just got to
Oh, come on, Emerson. Wakey, bro. You've been on the pitch for 5 minutes. You're not fucking up to it yet. Nice pass. Come on.
Oh, good play out. Salzburg.
Oh.
Emerson gives. Oh, he started off atrociously. He
He
started off all over the shop. It's not getting any better.
Not getting any better, is it?
No, it's really not. It's starting to become a bit exciting but painful a little.
It's exhausting. My heart rate's probably, if I had like one of those BPM things going on right now, I'd be like, Sean, take a break.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, get off the treadmill. And I'm like trying to tell it, I'm not on the treadmill.
We've got to defend this. We've got to defend this. Come on, Moon Boots, put your head to it.
Madison. He looks focused. Look at Daka standing there, notch offside. Get you, fuck you, Daka. Oh, he's gone short instead.
Back post, who's on it?
Emerson gets beaten.
Sessegnon.
Sessegnon.
No, it's Sessegnon. It's Sessegnon.
Oh, Sessegnon, sorry. Same
He's
haircut,
fucking
right?
been beaten all game.
No,
Every
Emerson
single-
he undyed his hair.
If you're Leicester, look, he even got caught out there. You know, for that header, that the two of them shocking. Like Sessegnon, anything that's coming in there, if you're Leicester, just keep pinging it over him. You're gonna get jumped.
Yeah. You know, I'm this close to saying we need, not only in January do we need to improve the 3 places we know we need to improve, we also need a better left wing back.
We've got a Doji, don't we? Don't forget, you know, he'd be coming back in the summer.
But can we wait until the summer? Can we loan somebody for 6 months?
Can we Kulusevski is down?
Put Regulon back. I could have.
Well, not loan, fuck Regulon, but you could go and pay like a really healthy loan fee. Like, I don't know, a 7 million quid loan fee or 5 million quid loan fee for a 6-month stint. Go and get yourself a really decent left wing back for a team that's already finished there. At like, I don't know. Well, we'll talk about it later. But
no, he's been awful.
Sessegnon is not the option, and I don't think Perisic on left wing back is the option either. I think I liked Perisic on the right. I thought he was really good on the right.
Oh, sketchy pass from Evans there.
He's about face.
Plays a gorgeous pass in behind.
Get there, Hugo.
Moon Boots isn't even anywhere near him.
Sess as well, though. That left-hand side has just been attacked time and time again. That left-hand side. Justin. To Ndidi.
Would you
Spurs
take
can
Harvey Barnes?
hopefully have a good shape here. I'd like to see Sonny get some touches.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see us get on the ball again.
Touch the ball. Has he touched the ball yet? I don't think he has.
Sessegnon is really worrying me down that side, though.
Sonny
Go on,
pokes
Sonny!
it away here.
Go on, Sonny!
He's got a bit of time.
Go, Sonny! Go on, son! Yes, nice,
okay,
nice.
okay.
Oh, dude. Yeah, lovely.
Nice.
Now go,
Nice
now go.
done.
Go on, boy. Go on, lad.
He's just stepping on the ball. He looks a bit nervous, you know. Some of them touches last year out in front of him. He's gone.
Yeah, there's
Poke
never,
away, though. Way
never
to
even a
be
doubt.
working
Never
hard
even a
there.
doubt.
Steve D saying reality check, buzzing, beating the worst team in the league. No, believe me, Steve D, it's going to be big talking points on this channel come next week. You know how we are, Steve D. We love to break it down in lots of different ways. Don't you worry, brother. But right now, we're just trying to get 3 points. We're just trying to stick together.
Just trying to get through it.
Trying to get through it. Don't you worry, Steve D. We will break it down, though, brother. Believe me, it is a big fat reality check. Dark Sun G says, Ndidi was the first yellow card after foul on PEH. Yeah, maybe I forgot about that, Dark Sun G. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good flick on.
Harvey Barnes. Oh,
Well done, Romero. Please, somebody, clear.
Fucking hell. What a tackle by Romero. Dyer just backing off.
sketchy
He's
after
backing
he
off
wins
that long.
that, though.
Romero has to come across and do it.
All in.
Corner.
For corner. Sketchy after he
These
wins
last
that.
5-10 minutes have been worrying. They've had all the ball. All of
Yeah,
them.
it's kind of similar to the last half as well, where Spurs start off strong and then yet again, Leicester back into the thick of things. Big up Dark Sun G, though, and I didn't realize that, my man. Thank you, brother.
I don't know
Adrian
if I can
Chia
take-
says,
I don't know if I can take the rest of this game. Sorry, go on,
Adrian
Jack.
Chia
You'll
says,
be
feels like
okay.
Stas lost all his duels today. Atrocious. I mean,
Yeah.
I think King
I'll
Hoddle...
show you the personal jewels.
here's what I would say, though. I think King Hoddle and I would like to probably agree on if it were Emerson on that left flank. I think people would be much more in
I think people
know,
are immersed. I did see at halftime a lot of people saying, talk
That's
about
true.
Young. He's been woeful. He has.
Yeah,
He's been woeful.
Rid of it.
Oh,
I think Hoiberg's got to clear that.
we need to get the ball up front and get it held up and relieve the pressure.
We've got major problems. Major problems down in our back three and our.
Steve D saying Son has made the difference with laughing emojis. I think Sonny might prove you wrong here, Steve D, but feel free to come back and, who knows? I think Sonny could grab a goal here. You never know, brother. Never know. He could be the difference maker.
He barely touched the ball. He touched the ball once and he tried to dribble and ended up giving it away.
Plenty of time left here.
He'll score. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
He will get a goal. He'll get a goal. I agree.
Well done, Emerson. Well done, Kulu. Good pressure.
No, that wasn't good. Decky just let that. I don't know.
He went up his hole.
Don't know, mate. That wasn't pressure. He was just breathing. He just the Leicester player just heard his footsteps like a horse, like
yeah, the pressure
somewhere. Yeah, okay. Some version of pressure.
Take your time. Slow it down here.
Roller coaster ride. This is, says King Huddle.
Oh my God, what are we watching? This is playground shit. Like, we've just watched the ball 3 bad passes in a row.
Fuck off, ref. Yeah, good. Why are you going long like that? Why are you doing that? Just be calm. Calm it down.
Oh, Harry.
That's going to be a handball.
Lovely. Get there, Emerson.
Now, if we got that would have been a handball, I think.
Can't believe what I've just watched there. 3 bad passes in a row. Like, we are doing our best to try and concede.
We do not look like a top 3 team. And if we win this evening, if we can go on and win, actually, it would take like 7 goals for us to go first, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Something crazy. Good ball. That's good distribution.
Oh, no. Who is that, Longley? Longley, it's an awful pass. Oh, well done.
Well done. Wins it back, but...
Well done, Longley.
We need it when we get on the ball. We need people to be dropping in and making options. We're just
rid of it.
Oh, why is Dyer not challenging him there? He's just letting him run across him and get the header.
Harvey Barnes has been.
Well? Let's high five him. Let's go back to what didn't work last week and high five people.
Harvey Barnes has been phenomenal today.
But this is what I mean.
It's just Spence. It's Basuma. Basuma's on.
You let the guy win the header and then you high five him after it. It's
We're going to a 3-5-2, boys.
Who's coming off?
Yeah,
Kulu,
we'll see who's coming off.
Kulu, definitely not Kane. Be madness.
Must be Kulu. Not sure I agree. Oh, what on Benson Court? That's
right.
Fucking phenomenal.
Oh,
That's phenomenal.
Oh,
It's so unlucky.
What is that?
Kane, Harry.
He's just got to take a touch for a minute. He's so much space.
I don't know, David. It's the right idea. She's got to execute it there. She's got to execute
Yeah,
it.
it's Decky for Basuma. We're going to 3-5-2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it has to be.
Well done, Decky. Played really well today, mate.
Well done.
He's got to be pissed off. He's got to be pissed off. He's getting taken off.
Give me a ginger from Sweden. Come on, good performance today. I think he's right to again. He's answering all the questions.
Yeah, it's right. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
About an extra man in midfield. Here it is.
It's good. He's answering all the questions.
Sub bonkers. King Huddle.
Everyone that's challenged him on literally any particular thing, he's gone, all right, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 5 subs. I'm going to change the formation. I'll switch the wing backs. I'll do whatever the fuck you lot want.
Now, this is Basuma's opportunity to show what he can offer. He's got more than enough minutes to, to make an impact. So let's see what he can do.
Also, Kane and Son up top by the looks of things. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Up 70th minute. I believe for 70 years of service, I think for Queen.
Okay.
Oh, well spotted, Jack.
Listen, as the only English person on the stream, I should probably do this more than I would, but I'm not a massive royalist, so I appreciate and respect what she did. But let's get on with the football.
Here we are, we're back. Dyer. It's a simple cushion header to Basuma, you absolute moonhead. Just pushing it down. Oh, it hurts. Like, you don't have to put your head back like that. If you want to cushion it, just let it hit off it. Fucking hell. Basuma right in front of them. I need to go piss.
So much there. So much. So much.
Cheers.
So much.
Yeah, there was a lot of passion in that statement.
So much in that 30 seconds.
Fantastic. What are you thinking, Jack? What are you thinking, mate? Are we gonna hang on? Is the 3-5-2?
I'm interested to see how this 3-5-2 goes for us. I could imagine it making it an even more boring game.
Yeah.
But we could look a bit more secure. There's the chance of that. There's certainly the chance of that, of looking a bit more secure. I think it might even help out the likes of Sessegnon and Emerson, maybe having 3 in the midfield. But we'll see.
Oh, well done,
by
Basuma. Well done, Basuma. With Emerson. Oh, he gets hit the second time. But you put a suicide pass in on him there, Emerson.
He's playing in the middle of Basuma, which is interesting.
A lot of space on the right-hand side for Castagna. Castagna looks right again towards James Maddison. And they slow it down.
Basuma's going to rock it in the middle. I kind of like it. Can cover a lot of ground, I guess. Maybe Bentancur and Højbjerg don't have to cover as much ground.
He's got the legs for it. Oh, what on Bentancur? Oh, well done, Bentancur! Oh, he's done it. Go on, Sonny!
Sonny, time here!
Sonny. Put him in! Oh, shoot! Oh! Come on, Sonny! I told you he would score! What a goal! It's one of the best goals of the season.
Absolute.
Oh my God!
By Sonny.
He's done it. He's gonna cry. The man's gonna cry. Look at him. Everyone's giving him a real hat. Yes, Sonny.
Emerson, good man.
Come on, Sonny. What a
It was written.
Oh,
it was written.
Stevie D, man. What you saying now? Told you Sonny would come on and change it.
It was written. Yeah, and there we go to this thing. He's done whatever he does.
There we go. I love it. Love it. I said this to people. Form is temporary, class is permanent, and that is a class goal. It's not a tap in.
Bentancur, though.
Streamer, yeah, beautiful.
Oh, just gets so stuck in. Sonny is just world class from here on out.
You think he's lost it all day?
World class from there.
But you know what though? Listen. Like
Dave.
Those that were like, why drop him, are gonna say you see. But those that said drop him are gonna say you see. Like both people are right. Like the second he gets back on the pitch, he's proven a point. Both departments are right. It's brilliant to see. And look how good. Look at Conte. Yes, Conte.
Back, Sonny.
We've got our Sonny back. We've got our Sonny back.
We've got our Sonny back. We've got
our Sonny back. We've got our Sonny back. We've got our Sonny back.
Come on, son. Let's go, baby. I said he'd score today. I told everybody he will score. Sean, I also said it on the pump-up. Regardless whether he starts, he comes off the bench, he's scoring today.
Even Steve D. Steve D had a super chat earlier. Steve D, look at that impact right there. 4-2 up. There you go, brother. That's what you need, Steve. That's what you need. Kick back, open up a cold one, Steve.
Now stay solid, boys. Now stay solid at the back. Look at that.
I mean, I'm bringing up Level Earth's comment here. It's not a super chat, but I kind of agree. Wasn't it really nice, lads, to see all the players embracing Sonny as well?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Come on now.
Just
this guy, Harvey Barnes, has been phenomenal today, by the way. I'd love to sign him in January. I'd love to sign that guy. Oh, well done, Emerson.
Basuma.
Oh, is that Basuma, was it?
Yeah,
sorry, Basuma.
It's Basuma, Sean.
It's Basuma this afternoon. He's come on and started well. He's come on and started well.
You should have gone for it. Adrian Chu with the super chat saying, feels like Conte watching this stream and listens. I think Conte's just been, I guess, listening to the Spurs fans in some sense or form. He's gone absolutely sub-mad, like whoever said that.
And it's proven to work, right? So let's give him the credit for doing what we asked.
Yeah.
And let's give us credit for asking for the thing that worked.
Yeah, I said he would score today since it's the Foxes. He said he would score today since it's the Foxes. Dark Sun G called it. He had no worries whatsoever. Big up, Dark Sun G. Finally, what a world-class goal as well.
Spot on. Big up, Dark Sun G. I'd say you're buzzing. Say you're absolutely buzzing. And Adrian Chia, I feel like they do, because everything we spoke about on the build-up to today's game, everything we said, it's all sort of happened, It's madness.
Absolute madness.
Adrian
Been a
also
crazy
says,
game.
he also says, what
There's
a world
so
beat for the
much.
first goal of the season. It's beer time, lads.
Oh, it
You know
is.
what?
It's 3 o'clock.
You know what's a brilliant thing, guys, is that after this game we go to the international break, so we can actually absorb this and talk
Yeah.
about this particular performance for 2 weeks because there's so much to diagnose from this game. It's
Salzburg!
insane.
Oh,
What a pass!
Oh.
Right to his foot!
Yes,
Oh no, Sonny!
What a pass from Salzburg.
Oh, the goals are flowing. Shawnee, your bet's coming, right? Plus
One of
2
them.
goals. 2 more goals.
Yeah. No, that one smashed it. Yeah, 100%. That's coming. Yeah. So I made back my money that I bet on other things happening.
Still DM Sanchez, though.
Well
Oh,
done,
what
Emerson.
a tackle. Basuma again.
No, Emerson. Emerson.
Oh, Emerson, sorry. He was in the middle there. I got confused.
Basuma's rocking it in the middle.
Basuma's come on and made an impact for
Yeah,
sure.
he's done well.
Love that
He's
about that.
just a
Love
nice,
that
easy
about him.
option for
He's
players.
an
He is
extra
a good
option in the
option.
midfield, but he's also sealing up a bit defensively.
Yeah, 100%. Harry
Yeah,
Kane.
well,
Go on, Emerson. Oh,
Emerson.
I'd love him to score today to round it off. Jack, that's secretly hoping for.
Oh, what a challenge! What a challenge! We won the ball there. Go on, ref. Get the ball to Højbjerg. Oh.
Jack, what would you do if Emerson scored today?
My voice is already shot. Don't even know what I have left, Dave.
Oh, boys,
Sun
it's
love
been-
to score goals
obsessing,
versus
Jon.
the Foxes, says Dark Sun G. Absolutely right. And then what a worldie for the beer. Yes, absolutely. Pick yourself up.
Screamer.
Pick up Dark Sun G.
Boys, I've really enjoyed the watch along today. You know, it's been chaos, it's been fun, it's
Roller
been
coaster indeed.
disheartening, it's been all over the place today. It's been crazy. I've really enjoyed it. Really
Back
have.
to the old days. You know, the band is back together, boys.
Oh, stop, lad. We may release a new album.
We have to play 3-5-2
No!
versus the Gooners, said King Hoddle.
Oh,
3-5-2 more often. Is that what he said?
Against the Gooners, he says, though, in particular. King
Good,
Hoddle.
good.
I
It'd
think
be
it's a
interesting.
formation you pivot to. I'm not sure it's a
Yeah.
formation you start with. Not
Yeah.
yet.
I agree. I
But
think
listen, for me, you have to. Everybody was asking for something different. There was a few channels that were saying, no, just like shut up, like complaining about Conte and
I don't
just
think I didn't see
trust.
anybody complaining though. I think people were
No,
asking
just
questions, which
asking
everyone
exactly.
to do. I did see a couple of people maybe going a bit harsh on Conte, but it wasn't it was a minority rather than majority. I think every Spurs fan realizes what sort of coach we've got. Oh,
Oh
Kane.
my god! Oh my god!
Lord,
Harry
he's like
Kane!
Italian.
Shoot!
Oh.
Get it there! Get it! Go!
Says he on-
Fucking hell! Benty,
Oh,
top scorer.
he's going for the double.
Harry Kane, then, just by the way,
Oh,
Harry Kane was just out of this world.
What a
Stuff like that, guys. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going to see that on Pornhub. That's beautiful. It's stuff like that that just makes me adore the guy. Honestly, my missus bet I guarantee you, my missus watched this sometimes. She's like, I wish I could beat 2 players the way Harry Kane gets Dave excited.
Oh, Bentancur had a great
Big up,
opportunity.
Emily. Big up, Emily.
She's out there practicing her step overs now on her turn of pace.
Bentancur yet again. Bentancur yet again. Romero,
Oh, Harry Kane!
from
Oh, look at him go!
And
Stunning
he's
for a
in behind.
second! Cross comes in! Oh, no! Romero!
No, not Romero.
It's offside anyway. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But come on, Romero!
This is chaos today. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
By the way, there should be a song. You know that song? La da 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 da. It's Romero.
Oh,
That
no,
should be.
I've got a song for Romero. What is it? It was the Gio song. There's something that us youths want you to know. The best in the world is QD Romero, our Argentine. Give him the ball, he's passing is sublime.
Nice, nice.
Senor. Take him on, he'll take you to the floor. That's the Romero song, Shawnee. You got to get
That is the song, but I think the song should be like about love. What's it called? Amore. But it should be Romero. I feel like it works with Romero. As good as it sounds with Amore, it should be Romero. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I don't care. I'm not here to make up songs. I'm here to laugh with you guys.
Let's bag another here. Oh, Emerson, what are you doing?
Emerson!
Oh, Lord.
Figure
Just
it
trying
out,
to
son.
test. Slow it down now. Relax. Let's have a breather, everybody. That was a chaos 20 minutes. We need a breather.
Steve D with a super chat saying, just beat Leicester. Just beat Leicester, lads. Son, a blind squirrel can find a nut eventually.
Come on now, Stevie D. Praise where praise is due, my man. Come on, buddy. No, I know Stevie D. He's delighted inside. He's at, as soon as Son scores, he's at home sitting there laughing, I reckon. You know, loving life. Big up Stevie D in his armchair.
Legend.
Do you know what? Like back to the whole the Conte thing. Like whether he was doing it to prove a point or to get pressure off his chest, whatever the rationale for him, like making so many subs, so many changes, changing the formation. He's basically done a version of what everybody wanted, some version of it, and
Deserves
it's
a lot of praise.
He deserves a lot of praise, and I hope he can learn a lesson from it that. We don't need to necessarily rely on the same system and the same formation. Like I think it's a win-win-win for everybody. Here we go. Come on,
Forsberg.
Go on, Harry. Go on, Harry.
Hold it up. Look at Emerson.
Oh, he smashed it wide.
Oh, Emerson was steam training through there. Another minute. If he held it up for another second longer, he could have played Emerson.
Sauceberg. Look at Sauceberg. I love that name, by the way. Sauceberg is brilliant.
Jack came. All right. Do you know what I came about, right? So I said to Jack, if you have any questions for the pre-match pump-up, throw them in. And he was asking about Hoiberg, and he put it down to Sauceberg. I was sitting there giggling for about 5 minutes.
So, Jack, you're the creator of Sauceberg. Love it, mate. Well done,
Quite
sir.
elementary.
Well done.
It's quite easy when you think about it.
No, it's
especially
fantastic.
when it comes to Hoiberg. It's easy for Ellie and I.
love it.
Bentoncourt to Emerson.
Oh, look at the fake pass, the shadow pass, the ghost pass from Emerson. That's going to be on his little reel on Twitter in about 4 hours' time. See that?
With Basuma in there, it does free Hoiberg and Bentoncourt up.
Go, Harry! Go, Sonny! One more time!
World.
Stop it! My God! Stop it! Oh my God!
Ronaldo!
Oh my God!
Messi!
We've got our Sonny back! 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 Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
God, what a strike! Oh, Jack, what do you think of that, my man?
Oh, it's just
He's
a
back.
world.
Is he back? That's what I want to know. Is Sonny back?
He's not only back, he's in front.
Oh.
He's in front.
Oh,
What the fuck was that?
Absolutely. What a second half performance by Tottenham, by the way.
Hoiberg, by the way, again.
That's
Sorry.
just
Again.
rude.
Oh, no, this
It's
is the replay.
just
Sorry.
disgusting.
That
It's
starts
just
with Sauceberg.
disgusting.
That starts with Sauceberg putting the ball into Harry Kane. Harry Kane find it. Lovely ball to Sonny. One touch, bang. We got our Sonny back. We got our Sonny back.
I told you Ward was shit from distance. I said it to you.
You
know,
did,
so
Dave. You did. You called that
So
one.
gorge.
Look at Conte. Look at Conte.
Oh, what a strike. Oh.
The only person who's upset with this is Richie, because this means Richie's probably not going to be playing for the Arsenal game.
Oh.
Come on. That's all it took. It took him to be subbed to make him prove a point.
Where are them people that were saying we're Spursy before the game? We're no longer Spursy, baby. Oh, what a goal for Sonny. Oh, he's back. So many talking points. I mean, for the next international break, it's absolutely for the international.
It's perfect. It's
Oh.
perfect. Here he is again. George Bentoncourt.
Oh,
He should have took a touch.
that could have been like a Lewandowski hat trick and
Oh, we're ripping
Was
them
that
apart.
Harry Kane? Was that Harry Kane's pass?
Yeah. Are we now convinced that Tottenham are back? We said we wanted to see a convincing performance. This second half has been absolutely unreal since Conte made them substitutions.
Yeah. And maybe that makes a point that maybe a lot of Tottenham fans say it's very difficult to bring players off the bench if we don't have any people. And I've always thought, you know what? If you want people to come off, here we go. I'm gonna pause for a second. Go on, Sauceberg. Sonny!
Oh,
Sonny
he started him through here.
He's got you. Yeah! Oh my God! Oh Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, it's
It's
offside.
offside.
Oh, it's offside.
Check that on VAR. Check
Let's
that
have
on
a look at
VAR.
this. Oh, this game, I'm gonna have a heart attack shortly. I really am.
My heart rate is
Hey,
out.
please
Is
don't be
insane.
off. Please.
No, he's
No,
on. He's on. He's on.
He's
He's on. He's on by a
It's a
fucking
hattie.
meter.
It's a hattie.
Get the meter stick out. Oh, he's way
He's
on.
on by a fucking meter.
Not even need to draw a line.
Fuck you, ref. Fuck you, assistant ref.
6-2 this goes
Bullshit,
in.
bro.
6-2 if this goes in. We balled out in the second half.
That's
So
a hattie.
onside.
He's
That's
way
a
on.
hattie, ladies
Oh,
and
And we got. This is not even a fucking argument. Shut
I didn't
up.
even look at that.
Don't even draw the lines. Don't even bother.
Conte knows. Look at him smiling, waving his finger. He knows it's on.
He knows.
Way on.
We all know.
Oh, we know. Oh, we know.
Oh, there
come
it
on.
is. The magical
There it
green
is.
line, everybody. The gorgeous green line.
Yes.
Come on. 6-2. Or is it 5-2? No, 6-2.
6-2.
What a
Boys.
result, Jack. Geez, you've had some job today with that scoreboard. You've been kept busy all game.
It's been a lot. It's trying to reach numbers I can't even count to here, Dave. Dark
Oh,
Sun G
Sonny.
says, I said Sun will score 2 goals. Both are absolute class. He's finished the hattie by the time I couldn't get to your super chat, Dark Sun G. And as well, you said I think Richie would score 2 and Sonny would score 2. Perhaps Sonny's just going to score all 4 for them by the looks of things.
Best day of his life.
Still time to grab a 4th.
Best day of Sonny's life, I reckon.
Yeah.
After all the shit he's gone through, after all the kind of the confidence issues, maybe and the Korean fans are just going mental. Love it.
Showing up picture signs all over the place like it's gang signs. I love it. Love it. Oh,
It is. It's Chulo from the block doing the Sonny thing.
That's Rogers gone. That is Rogers gone.
Adrian Chia says 2 worldies, 2 beers, lads. What an insane match! Come on, you
Boys,
Spurs.
I gotta be honest. I'm on my fourth glass of lemonade with a little splash of vodka in it. So
You're an out.
amazing, absolutely amazing.
Oh, what a day! What a day!
Time for one more. Go on, put a 7
I smell
past.
blood, says Corey Boyd. This could end up being 8-2, lads.
I'd love it too. I
Taste of
want
blood,
more.
Corey is.
How many goals do we need to get top of the table before the international break? Can anyone do a quick check?
Oh, probably another 2 or 3. Someone in the chat, let us know. But
A
again,
lot of people enjoying the 3-5-2.
I got to stop tooting my own horn. But, I did say there'd be a lot of space for Sonny to come in and impact this game. And he's utilized it terrifically.
James
Oh,
Madison
sits him
blocked
down.
by
I'll go block.
Bentancur.
Let's go again. I'm not finished yet. That's free.
It's been superb. It's been superb.
Oh, what a watch.
The second half has been the best half of football in the last 8 games. Not
Yeah.
well. All of Europe as well. So it'll be 9 games, right?
I knew we were going to explode today. I could feel it. Me and Jacko and Sean, you've been saying it as well. We've all been talking about the front 3, and it was only a matter of time before it clicked. And that was the massive problem with the formation and stuff.
But it took Conte to make some drastic changes. So that's what I was saying a little while ago, 20 minutes ago. Like, there's going to be fans that will say on the back of this, why did we drop Sonny?
Yeah,
Right? Like, look, he should never have been dropped. There's going to be other fans that say dropping Sonny was the best thing that could have happened. It's all good now because we've got our Sonny back. It's all good. It doesn't matter. By hook or by crook, it took Sonny to come in. And I think that all of the changes, all of the decisions on some level have worked out.
Sure.
Perisic being played on the right today was an interesting experiment. I don't think it was anything like you would never consider that a failure because I thought Perisic was very good on the right. Sessegnon is probably the only player on the pitch right now who's left on the pitch that I would still say hasn't had a great game. But it's been interesting. Every player that's come on the pitch has been better. And it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time to reflect. And I think Conte can only be.
I reckon we're really
happy.
going to kick on from this. You know that I really do. I have a feeling now that things are starting to click. He's dropped certain players and they've responded, so they won't want to get dropped again. I think you're going to see a much more improved performances going forward.
But also, mate, Basuma coming in, right, like into a 3-5-2. He usually plays in a 3 for Southampton. For Brighton. He's come into a 3 rather than coming in as a part of a 2, and he struggled. He's come into a 3 now.
Again.
Go on, Sonny. That's a great
What a
ball as
pass
well
from
from Højbjerg.
Højbjerg.
What a ball by
Go on,
Saucy.
Saucy. Corner kick. Oh, no, it's not.
Get out. Oh.
But I just think like even Basuma's come in and the systems worked for him as
Yeah.
well. You know,
I agree.
there's so many positives to take from this. It's and it's
So
going to
much
take about
to
2 weeks to break this down as well.
Oh,
Like,
stop. There's so much to dissect after the game. I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll be
Dark
going
Sun
live
D-Lad
until
said
9
I
o'clock.
also said one of our front four would score a hat trick. I remember that one as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
What a legend. What a legend.
Is that what Dark Sun G said, did he, at the start?
Yeah.
He said Sonny would score a brace, and he said one of the front four would score a hat trick.
Big up,
What a
Dark Sun
legend.
G.
Steve D says dropped. Conte, great call. Look what happens. Very good, my man.
I'm
Very
not
good.
even going to get into any debates on it today. Like Sean said, both people would say they're right. At the end of the day, I think we should just enjoy having our Sonny back today.
Yeah, 100%. But I want to give props to Bentancur. I think Bentancur's been superb. I think Højbjerg's been brilliant.
Actually. Yeah, let's talk about it. Jack and Sean, give us your man of the match candidates.
Do you
Well,
want to put
Sonny's
them in,
obviously.
Dave?
Oh, I'll do it, Jack. Oh, you can relax there.
Sonny's going to get one.
Lloris. I think certainly. I think Lloris's distribution has been exceptional. I think he's made some excellent saves from corners. Yeah. And I think he's kept us in the game, actually, with a few different saves, if I even recall. And he's been busy today. Lloris has been busy.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting because obviously, that's a good one as well. 100%. You got to put Lloris in there. I think you got to put Sonny in there, and I think a lot of people are going to give it to Sonny anyway, just naturally because he's got a hat trick. Yeah. But he's, I'd remind everybody he's only been on the pitch for 20 minutes, but at the same time, I think he's got to be in there. I think Bentancur has to be in there as well.
Okay, yeah, good shout. And one more, guys.
The fourth person, it's either Harry Kane's been good. He has been good.
I think Kane gets in there.
I think Kane gets in there as well.
I think Kane.
It's got to be Kane.
And I think Lloris.
Yeah. Okay. Agreed.
Hey, guys, we've eventually come to it. So many to pick from today, which is a good headache to have. Son, Lloris, Bentancur, K. There is your man, the match options. It's in the poll, in the chat. Get voting now, guys, and we will let you know who wins it at the end of the day. Less than a minute left here.
Chris Sween saying, Jack, my friend is inside the stadium right now at the match. Chris, I think he's probably going absolutely nuts right now. He probably can't even breathe. Hopefully somebody passes him a paper bag. I would say he doesn't even know what's happening. He probably can't even see straight right now, Chris.
So is Philip the Godfather, Brian C. Socrates, who does the fan cams, and Ollie was on the Irish show.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! What a save from Hugo Lloris!
They're all at the
game.
We've even got some Irish hotspots there today, enjoying themselves.
Definitely.
What a save from
Dermot
Hugo.
With a super chat. No comment that I'm seeing, but Dermot, pick yourself up, brother. I bet you're absolutely bouncing right now, Dermot. Pick yourself up. Steve D saying fantastic management, dropped, and he scores a hat trick. I mean, there you go. He's done it in the right sort of way, I guess. He waited long enough for Sonny as a starter to score his goals, finally decided to rest him, and look what he's done there. Absolutely, Steve D. Pick yourself up.
Sonny's already on 72% of the votes.
Unbelievable.
There you are, everybody. That seems to be the end of the game.
Come on, what a win. What a win. Everybody, what an absolute win. Let's just give it a round of applause. So many things to dissect. What an absolute performance. You know, Sonny, questions answered there. Conte, making changes before the game, making changes during the game, changing formation, the players that came in. Oh, it's so much to talk about. I think it's been a good day all around for Tottenham fans. But Jack, I'll take it away, my man. Let's get some structure to this pre-game analysis because it's been a crazy ride, but I don't even know where to start, man.
I don't even know where to start. But
good luck, Jack. Good luck, bro.
We've been trying to catch up with the super chats, and we really do appreciate everybody. And I'm also been trying to put up comments on screen this whole time and keeping up with the scoreboard because everybody who had 8 goals today, absolutely ridiculous. But I think maybe a good way to start here, and it's a good talking point, and I guess Dan M with the super chat has kind of helped us out here, is he's just said the 3-5-2 has been absolutely brilliant today, and he said we look like a different team with it, and it also unlocked Sonny. I'll be honest here, it has made sense that Sonny would look really good with a 3-5-2, because what have we said before with the 3-4-3? Sonny sort of kind of drops deep. Maybe he's asked to do things that he's a bit more uncomfortable with, you could argue, than maybe playing in that 3-5-2. When he is playing in that 3-5-2, he's doing what he does best, which is those world-class runs in behind that are timed so perfectly. Then also having, that ability to have a good touch, then can hit it from 40 yards, hit it with his left, do whatever he wants from those areas. And I think we saw what he can do in the 3-5-2 and maybe how sort of uncomfortable he might be in that 3-4-3. I think eventually, though, he is going to have to adapt to the 3-4-3 and continue to learn from it. But I don't know, lads. There was something about that 3-5-2 today that did make Spurs maybe look certainly like a different sort of force. And we also looked a lot more solid defensively in certain manners with Basuma coming in. So really the big point here is the 3-5-2 is probably going to be what everybody's going to be talking about tonight, lads.
Let's
I've literally in the last 30 seconds, Jack, I've just written down like 9 talking points that I'm going to think about, not just on the show right now, but over the next few days and talk about. For me, I think that it's very difficult to have an initial thought. Apart from the 3-5-2, I think that you have to like imagine a scenario where the 3-4-3 generally is a system that Conte would want to go for, but maybe the 3-5-2 and Sonny, like maybe tonight has cured so many more issues than just a good result, right? Maybe, just maybe, Sonny now doesn't mind. Maybe Sonny now recognizes the benefit of him as a player with the pace and the legs that he has coming off the bench into a team that has tired legs. Right. So I think that there's something to think about there, that maybe Sonny could also work as a super sub, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to do. He's an intelligent player, but he has the pace and the skills and the legs to work into when, you know, if he starts the game in 90 minutes, maybe he doesn't have that energy in the 80th minute or the 70th minute. So for me, I wonder if that's something we should be thinking about, that Sonny could be used in certain games as a super sub. At the same time, though, I think we also need to reflect on the fact that Richarlison didn't start the game well. He didn't play very well on the left. So we still need to find the right position for Sonny. And the 3-5-2, it worked brilliantly tonight. I thought Basuma coming into a game where for the first time, rather than him being asked to play in a two-man midfield, got asked to play in a 3-5-2 formation, and all of a sudden you saw Basuma understand his role. He had 2 men alongside him, and listen, I know he only got 15, 20 minutes, Dave and Jack, right? And I'm going to stop talking now, let you guys carry on. But for me, I thought that one of the things to take away from this was that Basuma coming into a 3-5-2 system, he was so comfortable. Yeah. He was so comfortable in that 15 minutes. Immediately just took to it like a duck out of water, because that's what used to play at Brighton, right? So for me, where I want to think about this, and I'm going to let you guys take over, but for where my mind's going is what options has this game uncovered for us in terms of formation options and in terms of whether or not Sonny needs to start. Maybe Sonny himself doesn't necessarily need to feel like he has to start every game to score now. Maybe he's comfortable with the idea of coming in. You know, maybe he does, right? Maybe he does. But I'm just saying that tonight was an example where he came off the bench and in 25 minutes he scored a hat-trick. So maybe the argument to rest him in certain games where needs must, it's not such a difficult decision to make. And you could see by looking at Conte that Conte was so delighted that he took the brave decision to drop him. And when the guy came on, he scored a bloody hat-trick. Maybe now it's an easier conversation to have with a guy who is so pivotal. Hey, we're going to do what we did against Leicester with you tonight, right? We're going to keep you on the bench, and then we have options where we can improve the 11 on the pitch by bringing you on against a tired opposition. So I just think what tonight has shown is that we suddenly have an abundance of options, both formationally and with the players coming in. And I listen, that's where I'm going to stop talking, because I've got about 1,000 other things to say, but I'm going to let you guys take over for a minute. There's so much to discuss. It's brilliant.
I also, just to add to that, I think not only has it given us, you know, a lot of options, but it's also answered a lot of questions tonight as well. You know, I think finally us, you know, clicking going forward, creating a lot of chances. This could have been 8-2 tonight. You know, Sanchez disallowed goal. There's other opportunities that maybe we didn't take. You know, the fact that we're clicking going forward now is a huge plus. And I think it answers a lot of questions, but also gives us a lot of solutions and a lot of different things that we can resort to going forward. I agree with Shawnee.
Definitely.
Sorry for the long rant, by the way, guys.
No. Just don't apologize.
Dark Sun G, you get with another stat here, I guess. Sun took home his first home match ball hat trick, his first home hat trick, a match ball. Come on, you Spurs. I actually am surprised.
Where
by
do you
that.
get these stats so quickly, Dark Sun G?
That seems almost unbelievable, if you ask me. That almost seems hard to believe.
Yeah.
He's got to drop his link. He must know. He's got a website somewhere that none of us know about that's dropping these things.
Brain. Might just be his brain, honestly. But
Big up,
Rufus Ruffcut in the house as well, saying not about being dropped, it's about the reaction to it. Honestly, people coming in with the Brian Socrates kind of language now. We're getting overridden here, Dave, with the great comments today. People really have pulled out the very smart and genius comments today. Big yourself up, Rufus, and he's responded to it exceptionally.
We've got to praise Sonny though, because it's very easy for him to drop his head, come onto the pitch sulking around. Look, me personally, I don't think he would ever start sulking around. I think he's one of them guys. I think he's always got a solid attitude. But you got to praise the guy today. He could have easily just down tools and went away on international break and whatever else, but he didn't. He came on with a point to prove today, and that point to prove was the hat trick. The celebrations, everyone's celebrating with him. I've said this about the guy time and time again before. Form is temporary, class is permanent, and he showed up today, and the reaction to it is absolutely first class. So big up Sonny for that. He deserves a lot of credit. There's a lot of players that would have sulked.
Lynch 616 says maybe we can find a way to put Kulu in this 3-5-2. Definitely, we're gonna have to find ways to think about it. And certainly Kulusevski, I still thought was probably one of the best players of the first half, regardless of switching to the 3-5-2. I still think Kulusevski was easily our best player in the first half, at least in the front three, if you ask me. Wolf Mauler saying that was euphoric. Pick yourself up, Wolf. Dark Sun G with the super chat saying Sun killed the game with that hat trick. Foxes are no chance to come back after that. Also, today is the day Sonny and Benton Core scored their first goals of the season. Come on, against the Gooners, he says. He's looking forward to taking on those Gooners as well. Pick yourself up, my man. And plenty to talk about here. I think Sonny did put the game to rest. The moment he came on, it really was a super sub. It's like bringing on Harry Kane really onto the pitch. If Harry Kane were to rest on it's just bringing on a world-class player, and we saw what he could do there. And Bentancur did have an exceptional game, I must say. He was actually making runs forward that we normally see maybe Højbjerg, I guess, do. He found himself in a lot of forward areas. That goal that was for against Ndidi was very, very clutch, and probably something we might forget about, but certainly shouldn't. And I don't know. I guess the talking point here is, lads, do we go up with a 3-5-2 against Arsenal? Is this something that Conte should consider? Is this something that you would like to see, 3-5-2 against Arsenal?
Sean?
Not for me. I think I really enjoyed the experimentation today. I don't necessarily think that we should change the habit of a lifetime because of one thing. I like the fact that we now have options. For me, the changes that would come in for the Arsenal game. I mean, listen, I haven't even factored in the Arsenal team yet, so treat this with a pinch of salt. But for me, I think that the obvious changes are that Sanchez has to come back out, Romero has to come back in, and that Rishi should go back to the bench, and that Sonny should come back in. They're the obvious changes, and we go to a 3-4. We stick with the 3-4-3. But I like the fact that we now have tested a tried-tested formula for 3-5-2 with Basuma playing alongside two players like he did in the Brighton formation. And when he's been tested in that game, he came out and played really well. I think that today was a great day to experiment, and everything seemed to work out very well. But Perisic on the right worked out very well. Sessegnon, shambolic, right? The only two players on the pitch that we need to really highlight as poor performances for me were Sessegnon consistently, and then probably Sanchez. Even though I thought Sanchez, picked his game up, obviously he couldn't have done much worse. Too late.
He just went the other way.
So so I'm happy to continue the 3-4-3 with the system that I've just laid out. Like I'm happy to see it something like that. But I love the fact that should we need it. And I don't even think we need to do I don't even necessarily think we need to go to from the 3-4-3 to the 3-5-2 if we're trying to defend the lead. I actually think that the 3-5-2 created as many opportunities as the 3-4-3 did. So I don't necessarily think that it has to be a formation we go to when we're trying to defend a lead. I think it could be a system that we could use when we're still drawing, or even if we're losing. I just think that having Basuma in there, I think it created a different game. But for me right now, mate, I don't know. There's so much to kind of break down about that. It's a difficult one.
I want to say just quickly as well, I think that back line has the forward line to really thank, today, because their mistakes will not be highlighted purely because of the manner of the victory. We've definitely got our Tottenham back today, but that back line has a lot to thank that forward line for today, in my opinion, and once again, it's our forward line bailing us out. Sanchez, look, he may have done some good things during that half, but equally the stuff he done good, he done bad, let alone what he done in the first few minutes of that game. And that's why I keep saying about this guy, you've got to drop him. I think Romero walked straight back into that team today. Again, it's evidence. But look, Jacko, we'll keep it moving. There's so much talk about. I do want to say Conte deserves so much credit today. I think that will go missing in the immediate reactions because of Sonny's hat-trick and how good we played. But Conte deserves absolute massive credit today. There was so much asked of him, so much label that I'm coming in today's game. And he basically answered all the questions, absolutely everything. He did stop being stubborn. He changed things up when he needed to. He got his substitution spot on. He didn't wait to the last few minutes. And he deserves a lot of credit to Antonio Conte because there was a lot asked of him and a lot of people ridiculed. Well, not a lot, a minority of people ridiculing him after the Sporting game. So he gets credit today as well. Massive credit to the man.
Definitely does. He definitely does.
The VO for the set pieces, because again, that will go
ahead. Got a brace today.
That guy.
Dark Sunji, big yourself up, my man. Great talking points, brother. Matt Spur, I just want to get to a few comments before we get to the other super chats. But Matt Spur says Jason Cundy on Talk Sport is crying. I bet he certainly is. And Hennessy says, and Conte said Basuma had tactical issues, question mark. A few people thought you had great things to say, Sean. I'm a bit far behind, but they said spot on, Sean. Very composed, I believe as well. Just making sure. There was a funny one. Oh yeah, Congo Dubs with a great stat here saying Son first player to come on from the bench and score a hat trick since 2015. There you go. That's a Dark Sun G stat if I've ever seen one. Pick yourself up, Congo. Just making sure I'm not missing any too. Oh, there's Lazy 8 in the chat saying duck to water, Shawnee. The ducks don't like being out of water.
No, that they do not. That they do not. Big up, Nick. Hope you're keeping well.
And then down at the bottom, but yeah, just a lot of people are saying shutting up the Sunny haters. A lot of people are saying shutting up the Sunny haters. Big yourself up. Dark Sun G says, apparently it's been 7 years since a player who was subbed on scored a hat trick. Also, Leicester loves to give +2 goals to sub players, Stevie and now Son. That's actually very funny, especially with that Stevie brace. I guess anytime a forward comes on against Leicester for Spurs, they're guaranteed a brace by the looks of things. But I mean, that's a ridiculous stat, everybody. It is kind of miraculous when you do think about it. I mean, scoring a hat trick after being subbed on is ridiculous. And he scored it, I think, within 10 to 15 minutes as well.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was a great cameo. There was so much. Like, you imagine the pressure of the weight of the world on Sonny coming into this game. Not only but being dropped to the bench, but then being brought on in a tight game the way it was. And then his hat-trick really did seal us the victory. Bentancur put us in the lead, but Sonny took the game beyond doubt. And the pressure that was on that guy, and to have the confidence to take the first 2 goals that he did, absolutely unbelievable. The whole world was watching. The weight of the world was on him, especially after being dropped. Everyone, what will the reaction be like? It's absolutely first class from the kid today. And like me and Sean were chanting, we've got our Sonny back.
We've got our Sonny back.
I'm buzzing for the kid. I'm buzzing for him, And at the end there, like I said, I don't want to hear any arguments, who was right, who was wrong, etc., etc. Let's just enjoy the day for what it is and having our Sonny back, our Tottenham back, and our Conte back.
Chris Ackenbar says, Sean, you never have to apologize for talking. He loves hearing you. Big up, Chris Ackenbar. Gene D saying,
I get caught in rants for a little bit. Like 30-second rants are good. 2-minute rants are probably bad. I wasn't counting, but You
Well,
know,
Mr.
I apologize
Agambar's
if I was
all here
going too
for it.
long.
Mr. Agambar's all here for it. Pick yourself up, brother. G&D says, Dark Sun G with more info than Google. I love that. You are my sunshine, says Gareth. Big up. Dark Sun G says with a super chat, I remember these stats, Southampton away and then Villa away. This is where you got those stats from,
Love
I
it.
guess.
Love it. Big up
Absolutely.
Dark Sun G. Statron. That's what they call him.
Definitely. Just trying to catch up with the chat here. Just give me a sec. Chris Benoit, good to see you. He says, Hail Conte, may he stay forever. Absolutely, may he stay forever. Some people are, definitely a super sub. I hope we can see more of a 3-5-2 going forward, says Rabbi Jokanathan. Great name. Debatum Duda with the super chat. Good to see you. Debatum Duda says, Son's attitude cannot be faulted. Well-deserved hat trick. The reason the 5-3-2 worked was because Bentancur raised his game and played like a baller out there. He really does emphasize that.
And Højbjerg.
And can he do that every game? Question mark. I must say, like the way he pressured Ndidi to bottom Duda to win that ball back for us. I mean, he was just an absolute animal there, an absolute menace. Bentancur was. Can he be a Barella type? I don't think so. I don't think he could be nearly as good as Barella, but perhaps he can be his own version of something brilliant in a 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2, like you say there. But Dave, he did say that in order for this formation to work, you do need like kind of a certain kind of playmaker, a certain kind of box to box kind of baller in there. Can Bentancur, Højbjerg, or Bazuma be one of those?
Bentancur, I think they all can. If you look at Højbjerg, he's been our main box to box midfielder this season, Jack. He's the one that's had more of a license, but with Bazuma coming in, it also gave Bentancur that license. And we said it during the game, you know, when we seen it. I remember saying it. Look at the two of them now. They can get more involved in the game, get on the ball a bit more, and show what they're about. And that definitely happened today. Now, we've got some good headaches coming up for the next game after the international break. Hopefully, the Arsenal game is on. But the headaches we now have is, do you go to that sort of 5-3-2 and put Bazuma in the middle and allow Højbjerg and Bentancur to be the floating ballers? Or because you also have Kulusevski, who had an amazing impact today. Kane scored and Sonny scored a hat-trick. So, you know, can you afford to drop one of them front players? I think Conte will start with the 3-4-3 after the international break and then maybe resort to this. Or maybe it's something that we can go to in the future. But I reckon Bentancur can do that every game. I mean, I think he's an absolute fantastic player. Sometimes with him, he can't fade out of the game. It was evident before Bazuma came on today into that midfield. Bentancur was starting to ease off a little after he scored his goal. But I think Højbjerg and Bentancur they've been good this season. I honestly don't think they get enough praise. Again, I think they've took the blame and the brunt of a lot of what other players have had to take with that front line not really coming to the fore or not clicking. But today, since it has, thank God it has, because they're now bailing out the other end, and there's no one talking about it today.
Definitely. Let me know, Debatum Duda, if that 5-3-2 you think we could get away with against the likes of an Arsenal, and whether you would stick with the 3-4-3, maybe you go to the 5-3-2. Let me know what you think, Debatum Duda. And honestly, a well-deserved hat trick, like you said, for Sonny. The bucket loads of goals were coming, and they finally have. And his first one was simply world-class. The second one, I guess, was even more world-class, to be fair. Ridiculous, honestly. Absolutely ridiculous. Awesome in the chat. Good to see you. Awesome says, I like the Irish Hotspurs ideas. I told you, lads, just like the Irish Hotspurs said, do not drop Son. Big up the Irish. Big up Awesome. Good to see you in the chat. Shamu saying, good win going into international break. It's no 7-2, but I'll accept 6-2 with Dyer goal. Rodrigo and Son hat-trick. Pick yourself up. West the King in the chat. Hell yes, the 3-5-2. A lot of people have been looking for the chat. Looking for the 3-5-2. Pick yourself up. West the King as well. Good to see you, my man. Really appreciate you tuning in, brother. Dark Sun G with the super chat says, when Dyer scores, we smash teams, lol, Saints and the Foxes. I mean, I guess Dyer is the omen for going to be a big day, I guess. If Dyer starts opening up the scoring or getting that second goal, I guess that's what he's been doing, getting that second goal, then it's going to be a big day for us. Absolutely, yeah. Dark Sun G. Adrian Chia says, Spurs' whole defense got bailed out by Son's hat-trick. I think they just got bailed out by the front three in general, Adrian, but you're spot on, brother. Absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
I think someone else mentioned that as well in the panel.
Spot on. Session and Sanchez's performance today was absolutely atrocious, and it will not be highlighted. Look, rightly so. I think we should be focusing on how good Tottenham looked today in that second half. How good Sonny looked, Conte. We should be focusing how good Kane was today, Lloris, some of the world-class saves. We should be focusing on the positives. But when it comes round to decision-making for the next game, let's not forget how atrocious they were today, is what I would say.
Welsh Gal with a super chat. Big yourself up, Welsh Gal. Hopefully the IPAs are celebratory IPAs this time instead of coping IPAs like we had against Sporting. She says Sonny's dad can stick that in his pipe and smoke it. She says, yeah. Big up, Welsh Gal. Certainly, I think probably the outlet's going to have to buy Sonny dinner tonight, Dave.
I think so. I think, look, he definitely deserves something.
Pie.
Yeah, maybe he might be allowed to go and get a girlfriend now. His father doesn't want him dating until football's finished. I mean, he definitely deserves some sort of reward today. Look, I'm just absolutely buzzing for the kid. I don't think anybody enjoys seeing Sonny go through spells like that. So, he definitely deserves something out of the ordinary tonight for sure.
Definitely. Wes the King saying also having Sess and Perisic as wingbacks help with the flow. Carl Simpson saying that Arsenal game will get postponed. Something certainly to talk about. Big up though, Carl Simpson. Daniel Larson saying, I still think we are average at times, but still much more to improve. Certainly, Daniel. John Stokes saying, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm so happy. Big yourself up, John Stokes. Real legend.
He also has a member for 8 months chat, Jack, and he says,
Yeah, he says the land of the rising sun. He's celebrating for 8 months as well, Dave. John Stokes has, and he's been really kind to us over the months. John Stokes has. Pick yourself up, John. And he's buzzing this weekend, Dave. He absolutely is.
Everyone should be.
Catman Jess is in the house too. Just want to say hello to him. Big up, Catman. Dark Sun G says Sanchez pen equals smashing teams. Man United. Now the Fox. This is getting ridiculous. Did we concede a pen via Sanchez to Man United, Dave? That absolute spanking that we gave them. I think under Jose.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it was under Jose. He gave away that penalty.
Oh my Lord. I mean, I don't know. So many weird omens now happening with Sanchez and Dyer and the back line here, Dark Sun G. This isn't good. I'm not liking these stats. I need different stats, Dark Sun G. These ones are scary. It seems like we're going to need to go a goal down in order to get these big results.
Yeah, big though.
And then Steve D also saying, so Conte dropped. Conte dropped Son. Good decision, I'd say. Certainly, at least a good decision. And he brought him in quite early, though, Steve D. Gave him plenty of time to be able to make an impact. It's not like you subbed him on in the 80th minute or anything and made it kind of last step, like, he only gets 1 or 2 touches. He got plenty of opportunities. He switched up the system for him, didn't force him to play left wing the entire time. I think it really worked out there, Steve D. But big yourself up. Awesome. With the super chat saying, I got to that comment earlier, my man, but thank you for putting in a super chat. And he says, I like the Irish Hotspurs ideas. Told you, lads, like the Irish Hotspurs said, do not drop Son. Big up the Irish Hotspurs. Second half was absolutely crazy. He says, what? Bentancur playing as a right wing as well. I think he was playing as like a right center mid in kind of a midfield 3. Awesome. But certainly he was covering that right flank at a lot of occasions, covering for Emerson in case Emerson went too far forward or whatnot. So, I mean, absolutely right, Osman. I mean, I got to your comment earlier, brother, and I knew it was good to see you in the chat. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, so that's why I brought your comment up on screen. But really appreciate it. He's put it in a super chat as well. Big up, Osman.
Legend. Give this next one to Shawnee, Hollywood Hotspurs.
He's saying, love seeing Conte use 16 ballers today. All the substitutions, Sean. You get every substitution you want.
Yeah, listen, it's if you don't mind, let me just have get something off my chest. I feel a little bit like as though there was a load of people this week who were saying to answer people that were asking for Conte to use the bench, and they were saying, "Well, look at the bench. There ain't nobody there to use, right? Without Lucas, there ain't nobody else there, other than Kulusevski, for example, as an offensive option." And my answer to that originally was like, well, look, if they're better than the people on the bench are better than the people on the pitch, then they'd be on the pitch in the first place, right? So, like, to me, I don't necessarily think you have to look to the bench to find better quality than what's on the pitch to make the justification for the subs. But Conte might have incorporated that kind of mindset into his rationale to start with Sanchez so that he could bring off Romero. You know, like maybe there was something to that where he thought like if people are people are going to like round on me for not making subs, then maybe I'm going to start the game with players that are lesser than the people I can bring on.
Yeah,
I'm not. There's an angle. There's an angle there for him to say. You know what I mean? Like, why else did he start Sanchez? And then, the only way you can think of it, unless Romero was injured, it wasn't because Romero was that bad. Like, because Romero, okay, he might have been out like a little bit lackluster, but Jesus Christ, he didn't deserve to get dropped for Sanchez. No. So maybe there's an angle to say, well, Conte was listening to the noise and saying, okay, you want me to use the bench more? Then I'm going to start the game with the bench being stronger than what's on the bloody pitch.
Yeah.
And he did that, right? He did use the bench, and what he brought off the bench was stronger than what was on the pitch. And that was clear with Romero and with Sonny, right? So I'm not sure. Like, and if that is his rationale, if Conte is sitting there saying he's now listening to random, journalists or fan channels or Twitter or whatever, Irish Hotspur, Spurs Talk Show, whatever. If he's sitting there going, all right, Spurs Talk Show, Irish Hotspur, and a bunch of other channels, if you want me to use the bench, then I'm going to have to make the bench, slightly stronger than the first 11. If that's what he's doing, then that's a weird thing to see. But generally speaking, either way, like when the changes were made, we all saw the problems at halftime. He made the changes. He used his bench, and it became a brilliant thing to see. So I'm not against it. I don't have a problem with it.
I think
was that the question? I'm sorry, Jack. Was that the question that was being asked? I'm not sure if I went on a rant there or not. Yeah,
I mean, okay. I think you covered a lot of it. I must say, in fact, I think the part that was quite brilliant, and I think Hollywood Hotspur would have liked that, is in order for Conte to use 16 subs, he needed to put on maybe some of his worst players out there in order to sub them off. That's a brilliant idea. Big up, Hollywood. I really appreciate it as well. Philly, good to see you in the chat. Says, had Sun started today, Foxes wouldn't dare attack the way they did in the first half. Probably wouldn't have scored then. Interesting thought there.
I just want to correct Hollywood Hotspur as well. It's not 16 ballers, it's 14. Take Sanchez and Emerson out, or Sanchez and Session out of there.
Big up Hollywood. King Hollow says, we have looked a better side every time we have had an extra midfielder. Certainly, I guess a lot of people might feel validated with the 3-5-2, King Hoddle. Bilal saying, good to see you boys on the panel. Happy again with the super chat. Pick yourself up, Bilal.
No,
it is good to be happy.
I want to make a quick comment on that. I do think, we all had great fun today, and, the positivity breeded, and, we ended up getting the positive result. I've really enjoyed today. I really have. It's been a good day. I'm not going to lie. I was jealous when you and Sean got to share Watchalong together for the Fulham game.
I forgot to call that out earlier when I said, the boys are back in town. I actually forgot that Jack and I had shared the channel again. What was the game for? Was it West Ham game, Jack?
Fulham.
The Fulham game.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful thing as well, my man. That was a beautiful thing. I do apologize. It was a great game. Absolutely.
But we got the third boy in the band back. Bilal, we got the third boy in the band. In fact, he has 3 B's in his name, so 3 boys back in the band. There you go. Big yourself up, Bilal. Appreciate it, brother. Matt Spur is saying Poch to Leicester and Brendan Rodgers to Brighton. Interesting there, Matt Spurs.
Yeah.
Awesome. Conte's masterclass goes from 3-4-3 to 3-4-2-1 to 3-4-1-2 to then a 3-5-2. What a masterclass. The masterclass is superb. Do you feel like Sean, and not only did he make 1,000 substitutions, it felt like the shape looked 1,000 different shapes as well at certain moments.
Yeah, listen, but I mean, what we wanted was options, right? What we've looked at, and there's a lot of people that said the team, we have the team, people that complain that we haven't really improved anything. I've been someone that says I don't buy the idea that we don't have options. I just don't. I don't get it. Like there's like we could go to 4 at the back now that we've got Longley and Romero. We could do a 4 at the back if you wanted to. If you wanted to go to 3-5-2, there's an argument to do it. If you wanted to go to 3-2-3-1, there's so many different 2. Whatever I'm saying.
We know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? There's been options, but we haven't seen them. And today we saw them being put into play. And look, it's against Leicester.
Almost like we got tasters, like little samplers. So
We got exactly. It's like tapas, mate. We were like It was a night out at a tapas restaurant of Tottenham, and we got to see a few little things. Now they've got 2 weeks now over the international break to kind of think about that stuff. We've got 2 weeks or whatever it is to think about it as well. We're going to have a lot to diagnose, but Conte and his team have got a lot to diagnose as well, and figure out how they want to approach the Arsenal game. And what I love about tonight is that he took some risks, changed some things up, and it figured itself out. And so for me, that there's so many reasons now to feel so much more optimistic, and I couldn't be happier as a Spurs fan. Big up.
Big up,
Big
awesome.
up. Awesome. Oh, great tactical watch. Awesome on the tactical watch. Absolutely love that. Big yourself
I
up.
look forward to
32719. Oh, sorry, that's my telephone number. I mean 442.
Big up, awesome. Good to see you,
I'll definitely look forward to a tactical breakdown. I know that. I'll look forward to a tactical breakdown.
That's coming tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, guys. Tactical breakdown after I've gone for a nice hike. I was hoping, now that I can glorify and I'll actually enjoy the hike talking about Tottenham with the Lad tomorrow. So I will enjoy it. Tactical breakdown all coming your way. It's going to be a cracker. Myself and Shawnee will be dissecting the game. Awesome, though. It's been a while. Hopefully life is treating you well, and it's good to see you back
Good to see you back.
Building, my man.
Good to see you back. I saw your name in the chat. Knew you hadn't been back in a while last month, so I brought it up. No need to put in the super chats, but very, very, very generous. Really do appreciate it. Awesome. It's good to have you back. Crypto Pritch Gaming saying Kulu was my man of the match. Interesting there, Crypto. I must say, I thought he was probably the best player of the first half. Would anybody disagree with me there? Maybe that is. Yeah.
I said before the game, I said it all week, actually. I'm sure people are sick of me saying it. This guy had to come back in. What he offered, how much more creative do we look with him in the team? I'm not even going to use this moment to shit on Richarlison. I did think he was bad today, but Kulu shows why he can't be dropped. What he offers down that right-hand side is what nobody else does. He can pick up the ball, get turned, spin people, beat them. He can hold up the ball, pass it, play these over-the-ball tops. The crossing from the corner was exceptional. And he's just so strong, No one can knock him off the ball. He's just an absolute brilliant player. And, I said, we look so much more creative with him in the team. He links up the play from the midfield or the back line into the forward line, and he done that absolutely exceptionally today. And he gave us an out ball a lot of the time. How many times do we see Hugo kick it long into the corner and behind? And we've seen that from other players. He gives us an out ball. He was phenomenal today. I actually feel bad. I would take Kane out and put Kulu in, but Kane scored, so.
There you go. That's how it always is. Kane always finds a way to score, doesn't he?
Always.
Moving on to the bottom dude does really generous super chat, and he says, answering my difficult question from before when I asked him, lads, whether he would go with a 5-3-2 or 3-5-2 against the likes of Arsenal in that North London derby. And he says, we are not going to go back to a 5-3-2. There's no room for Kulusevski in that formation. He may change to a 3-5-2 mid-game, but we are going back to a 3-4-3 or a 5-2-3. He says, we are a creative mid short to play that 5-3-2 consistently. Interesting. Do you feel like, does anybody agree with the bottom Duda here? Maybe disagree? Sean, maybe start with you. Do you think like we can do this 3-5-2, but maybe not as consistently as we would like because like the bottom Duda says, perhaps missing a creative kind of playmaker, kind of a baller, as he likes to say, in that midfield? Maybe we can't play it all the time, is what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm entirely honest, Jack, like it's too difficult right now to think about whether that 3-5-2 works so well as a consequence of us getting the third goal. And then the formation changed, and then Leicester were chasing it, and then I need to watch the game. If I'm honest, I want to watch the game back again.
Yeah, and
then see it again before I recognize what point did the 3-5-2 come in. And how much did it change the game? Because if it came in at the 2-2 game, I think it came in after we got the 3-2, and then Leicester were chasing the game. And it's against Leicester, right? So I don't want to take too much. I don't want to sit there and say from now on we've got to play 3-5-2. Like, that would be madness. We need to like acknowledge how good of a move it was, but at the same time, take it into context with the state of the game, how late in the game it was, the fact that Leicester were chasing the game, and then maybe reflect. I think that is something we can look at and we've got lots of time now to look at it. But I think that it's something that we can look at and take away as a positive. But whether or not it's a system that we can immediately put in and start games with, I'm not so sure.
Mm-hmm. No, I
I
know what you mean.
agree.
Dave, any thoughts on that? Is it something that we can't really play consistently, or kind of like Bottom Duda is saying here? We can't get away with it playing it all the time. We can only play it selectively, and we probably only will get away with being able to transition to it sort of mid-game or something like that.
Yeah, no, for me, it's a transition sort of formation. Look, with Kulu, Son now, Kane, Richarlison scored a brace against Marseille. You know, I find it hard that he's going to leave two players on the bench every week. So for me, I think he'll stick to the 3-4-3. And I think you'll see it being much more improved now that them forward players have all scored goals, all been involved today, racked up the goals against Leicester. I think you'll see it much more improved because I think that's where it was breaking down. Look, I think if we did want to start the odd time with a 3-5-2, I think you'd get away with it. I was happy with how it looked with Bissouma being the central man. And it gave Højbjerg and Bentancur so much more freedom in terms of getting on the ball, linking up play, getting forward and stuff like that. So for me, I do think we have enough creativity there to do it. Look, I know a lot of people don't like Højbjerg, but he can play some phenomenal passes. Some of them passes he played through into the forward line today were unbelievable. Same as Bentancur. He could have had another goal as well. So, it's just about giving them the license to do it. With only the two of them, it has to be very, very structured. One has to cover the other, etc., etc. But with Bissouma, it takes the brakes off them and allows them to be more free flowing, if you would like.
Yeah, really good answers from both of you there. Bottom Duda, I could see us transitioning to it perhaps against Arsenal, maybe second half, something like that. But I see where you're saying, like, it's not really a formation where we can fit in Kulusevski, at least in the ideal position for him, or we'd have to teach him to, be a creative midfielder through the middle again. I know back in the day he did it with Parma, but I guess he would have to relearn that sort of thing. So it's a difficult kind of situation we find ourselves in. We maybe can't get away with starting with that formation all the time to Bottom Duda. And I can't wait to see what more you have to say about that when we chat about that, maybe via text or whatever. Big yourself up, brother. Paul Van saying, nice one, son. Hey, nice one, son. Nice one, son. Hey, let's have another one.
Big up, Paul. Absolutely buzzing, my man. Another one. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're keeping well, brother. Good to see you.
Sunji with another one here saying, why couldn't we play like this versus Sporting? ? Great response from the team with a huge win against the Foxes. Really happy that Bissouma played today. I was really happy to see Bissouma out there as well, Dark Sunji.
One second.
I want to speak on Bissouma just quickly, Jack. Look, I criticised Bissouma coming into the game. I think rightly so, because I thought he was given a chance against Roma, underwhelmed, didn't take it, and he was given a chance against West Ham, and I was underwhelmed by him, and he didn't take it. But today, he stood up and be counted. He really did come in and add something. He was getting stuck in. He was giving more energy in and around that midfield. He helped solidify us defensively as well. So I want to big up Bissouma today, and this is what I'm talking about. Look, at an elite level sports club like Tottenham Hotspur, at the elite level of Europe, which Arsenal fans can't say, we don't have time to be giving guys 6, 7, 8 games to settle into a pattern and start performing. They have to take every minute that's afforded to them. And today, Bissouma got 20, and my God, did he take it. And this is what I'm talking about. Over the last couple of years, Jack and Sean, we've had to sit there and give players 7, 8 games. Harry Winksy famously said it. It's not how an elite level club runs. At an elite level, you'll only get so many minutes to make an impact before you deserve more. And he took it today. So fair play to the guy.
Very fair play to the guy. Well said. And Dargson G as well. I don't know why we couldn't play this way against Sporting. Someone did mention, I think it was Dermot, that sort of weird curse that we seem to have at this moment, playing away from home in Europe. It's not a real excuse of any kind. Don't get me wrong, not a real excuse. But if I am going to be scraping the barrel for some sort of reason as to why maybe that happened, I could say there's some sort of kind of history that points to those kind of performances. But I mean, it is a huge win that we needed. I know we didn't play too convincingly in the first half, but it's going to be a very fun game to dissect. And it certainly is going to be an interesting one to see what sort of conclusions we can take from it. Big yourself up, Dark Sun G.
Big up, Dark Sun G.
Sanchez deserves to train with the under 23s, says Chris, after that performance. Neil Shafton says Romero needs to be dropped for missing an open goal. No center backs left at that stage then, Neil.
I do want to say something just quickly, right? All them people that were saying, "Oh well, Romero hasn't been great since he come back. He deserves to be dropped." I mean, hopefully you got the fright of your life when Sanchez made the 3 errors he did, because this is what I keep talking about. There's a reason why that guy has been a backup since he's ever been here, and today was that reason why. I don't want to hear about what he done going forward, because at the end of the day, he's paid to keep out the ball out of the back and not compound one missed tackle with another missed tackle and then another one on the edge of the box. So for me, I think he should be punished. I think it's shocking. Look, like I praised Basuma for taking his minutes. I think Sanchez failed to do that today. And if he didn't, Romero wouldn't have had to come on the pitch. So I end this debate now with Romero and Sanchez. Romero's got to play.
You think that Sanchez was always intended to stay on the pitch unless he played badly?
Yep.
See, I don't. See, the more I think about it, I think that him making a massive mistake was
awful.
Yeah, awful, all that stuff. I get it, but the more I think about it, I think it was. How do I say this in a way that doesn't disrespect Conte? But I feel like Conte may have been playing 4D chess there and finding a reason. Like there's been a lot. There's been a lot of people this week that have said, "Use your fucking bench, bro." And he's probably thinking, "I ain't got a bench. I can't play Skippy. I can't play Bissouma. I can't play Doherty. I can't blah 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 blah." Right? Because of injuries or out of form or out of practice with the tactics or whatever it is. Yeah. And I some part of me thinks he's gone. All right, I'll play you a fucking bench. But for me to do that, I got to my starting 11 has to be weaker. So I think that regardless of whether Sanchez had played badly or not, I think that Sanchez was coming off. Sanchez did play badly, so it proved the point. But I think Romero was always going to participate today, always.
Well, I'm just more so saying for people that were saying, Sanchez is a great defender.
The
Great Wall of China. Some people were describing me, this guy to me as, and I think it just again with the Ben Davies Lenglet thing, I think it puts end to all doubts.
Definitely. Sean Maddox saying next time I'd start Tanganga ahead of Sanchez. Yeah, they probably would say it's. Do
you think
much worse?
Listen, but at the same time, like, let me just quickly play devil's advocate. I don't necessarily believe in what I'm about to say. I'm just going to present an argument for you, right? Romero was responsible for the goal that we conceded against Fulham, Mitrovic. Now I know that it was a world-class goal. I get it, and I know that in the first, it's the first 2 minutes of the game. Sanchez, he gets a rush of blood to the head. He slides in, misses one, misses two. Listen, there's no excusing for it, right? If you're a Premier League player,
I think that's a lot more atrocious than Romero's. I think Romero's is one little lapse of concentration. And
I agree.
But also with Romero,
I do agree.
Yeah,
sorry, Dave, let me just so I'm not suggesting I feel this way. I'm just putting it out there for the purpose.
I was about to shut you down, but go on.
No. I don't feel this way. I'm just putting it out there for the purpose of content, I guess. He improved. Sanchez was far better as the game went on. He couldn't have been any worse than the first 5 minutes to the last 70 that he played. But he did make some pretty clinical. He made some really, really good headers in the first half. He wasn't fantastic. He was below par. I'm not going to argue that. I'm just saying that if you judge him on the first 5 minutes and that alone,
you would say
he was awful.
It's not just that. There was a couple of times he was skinned. That I've been kind enough not to mention that Patson Daka header. Look at the size of Patson Daka compared to Sanchez. He doesn't even get off the ground. There's a lot more things that I just have choose not to highlight because I don't really want to go too hard on the guy. I think he was decent on the ball today. He actually shocked me on the ball. That was my major concern. But I've also had a lot of concerns defensively about the guy. And I think if we go back and watch the game, you see how many times the guy was actually really.
I agree.
And Romero,
agrees with you.
Just quickly, if people watch Romero at the end of last season, when he came back from his injury, he had 2 bad games, and then he went on to be our best defender. And he's just the best defender. He's just got to play ahead of Sanchez. Sorry, Jack, I'll cut you off.
No, Donovan agrees that the distribution was actually on point today from Sanchez, or at least surprisingly good. So I think he at least agrees with you on that point. Big up, Donovan. AE just saying hello to the chat, saying hi, David. Come on, you Spurs, great win. I still say we could do with having Sonny on the bench. for one more match, it might be working. Hey,
No,
Jack and Shawnee as well.
no.
Yeah,
Richarlison was
mate.
awful today. Every time the ball went down his side, it came back. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not, I don't enjoy sitting here calling out someone like Richarlison because I'm a big fan of Richarlison. I mean, I spent hours trying to convince Shawnee why we need to sign him. You know, I spent hours trying to convince Jack. Well, Jack didn't. Jack was kind of on board, but you know, I spent hours talking to Jack about why we need to sign it. I spent hours talking on streams about why we need to sign this guy. I'm a huge fan of what he has to offer. But when I assess the game, especially the sporting game and the first half today, every time the ball went down his side, it came back. It just did.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy sitting here and saying it, but I'm going to call it as I see it. It did. That left hand side today was awful with Session and Richardson. Just didn't work. Every time
Yeah,
the ball went out there, it came back and we lost it. You know.
definitely.
What did you think about Perisic on the right?
I like it. Look, Perisic is quality. Jack was saying this when we signed him, 2-footed, can play either. Jack, you're more of an expert here. Take it away. You're an itch expert.
Yeah, Jack.
I did say from the beginning that it would make sense that he could play either side because he is actually secretly sort of either-footed. I mean, he is right-footed as much as he is left-footed. It's sort of like Ousmane Dembele kind of situation where we really don't know which one he really is. And I think that is a huge benefit because it means either side that he's on, he can cut inside and be able to score, or he can take it down the byline and put in a good cross, which most fullbacks pretty much can't do, except for maybe someone like Joao Cancelo or someone like that, I could say. So I think there is a huge benefit to having somebody that can play down either flank really effectively, especially going forward. I think in the right wing back though position, I think he looked good at certain moments. I'll be honest. I think he looked just as good maybe on the left wing back. I just think sometimes there's certain games though where I think Perisic, we know he can do even more. We know he can do even better. I actually feel like we're yet to really see Perisic. Maybe this is a hot take here, but maybe we've yet to see Perisic actually at like full form or
I
like
agree.
full ability. Yeah, I think we're actually seeing a very tamed Perisic, if that's the right word.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think
for
there's
me,
some. Sorry,
for me, yeah, I just think it's something we have to really diagnose over the next week or so, right? And I think that like I thought Perisic started really well on the right hand side. Now I didn't notice, and Jack, you had to point it out to me that Perisic swapped with Sessegnon. Now, for me, the ideal scenario tonight was that Perisic played really well on the right and that Sessegnon played really well on the left. But Sessegnon played absolutely awful. He was absolutely abjectly and objectively terrible on the left, right? And that if that required Perisic to go back to the left-hand side, and then that resulted in other substitutions or whatever happening later on, then I'm not sure you can necessarily like write off the idea of Perisic playing on the right-hand side. And I think that for me, I thought that I still believe, I really want to see Perisic on the right and Sonny on the left. I really want to see that as a formation. The one shame out of tonight was the Conte. Whilst I acknowledge and appreciate everything that he did with his subs and his changes and his tactical, astuteness, all that. I love the fact that he was adaptable tonight. It was brilliant to see. But his initial 11 didn't have the players that I wanted to see in the right positions. I wanted to see Perisic on the right and Sonny on the left. I wanted to see Romero next to Perisic, and I wanted to see Longley next to Sessegnon and have Sonny in front. Until I see that, I'm not going to be comfortable with writing off Perisic as a right side, because I think the only reason Perisic was switched back to the left was because Sessegnon was awful and Richarlison was awful. So I think the experiment, it worked like on some level, but the things that I really wanted to see wasn't given enough time, and it wasn't because Perisic failed on the right hand side. So what worries me now is that now that Sonny's got his hat trick, that he's going to come straight back in on the left-hand side, and then Perisic is going to get moved back to the left-hand side again. And I worry about Perisic and Sonny. Not everyone does, but I worry about Perisic in front of Sonny. I do worry about that. So if Sonny's going to come back in for the Arsenal game, I would be more than okay with seeing Perisic still played on the right-hand side. I'd love to know your thoughts on that.
I think it's more Sonny, what he's being asked to do on the left-hand side, than it really is Perisic affecting Sonny's game. I actually think having Perisic and Sonny on the same side is super beneficial. It helps Sonny probably have more time on the ball, probably maybe limits fewer kind of hospital passes, probably into his feet and all those sort of things. I think having those two together is good. If anything, probably the only way that they kind of hurt each other is perhaps Sonny not dropping back or not maybe being as defensively sound, and neither is Perisic, his defensive abilities aren't exactly his best qualities. So you would say the one maybe concern is not being too defensively solid there. But if anything, I actually think, Sean, it's really just Sonny being asked to drop deep, being asked to hold up the ball in certain scenarios, and when he's kind of just being pretty much just almost mauled or just being taken over by certain center backs and bullied in certain regards. And I think it's actually more what he's being asked to do in that left wing position is really uncomfortable for him, and he's learning to adjust to it. And then when he plays striker, like we saw today, when he plays striker, it's so much more comfortable for him. Like we see an entirely different player because he's so much more natural playing like that.
You might be right, Jack. You might well be right, mate. And I'm gonna spend the next. How long have we got? Like 11 days until the next game or whatever it is. But for me, I've spent the last 4 or 5 weeks using that Y Scout tool to look at the average positions of players, and I think that there is. I know not everyone subscribes to it, but for me personally, I do think there is an issue with Perisic playing as high as he does. His average position is as high as Decky's or Richarlison's would have been on the right hand side. I think that Sonny gets forced inside. I'm not a fan of Perisic alongside Sonny, and like time will tell. But we got a long time to diagnose it. But for me, I worry that because Sonny, it worked, that the system worked, putting Sonny on the bench. Sonny comes on, scores the hat trick. Sonny's never going to get asked to play on the right. Sonny's never going to get asked to play up front unless it's in a 3-5-2. And I'm not entirely sure the 3-5-2 is justified as an entirely new 90-minute formation just because it worked for the last 10 minutes of the game. And so for me, I worry that against Arsenal, which is a massive game, I really worry about playing Perisic and Sonny that hasn't worked at all. Go on, Dave.
I see your points, right? I do hear it. Look, it's a no-brainer that Perisic is a lot further forward and occupies more space down that side than what Sessegnon does. Because it's the type of player Perisic is. He's more offensively minded and stuff like that. But I went and looked into it yesterday, and Son has still had, more or less the same amount of shots he had at this stage last season. He just hasn't been putting away. He's also rattled the bar, rattled the post a couple of times, was unlucky not to score against West Ham. Sonny's goals will come, and this is what I say to people. Form is temporary, class is permanent. Some just going through a spell where it wasn't happening, but he's still been getting opportunities. He just wasn't taking them. And for me, I think two world-class players will naturally learn to play with each other. I agree with you. What I don't think has helped is that all of our attacks have come down that left-hand side. So everything has gone out to Perisic to put into the box because of the formation teams were playing against us. But whereas if our right-hand side was doing what they were supposed to do with Emerson and Richie, you would have been seeing more moments of Son being put in behind, making them runs. Like when Kulu was there today. The amount of people that could just run off him and stuff like that. So once we strike the right balance across that front three, I think you will see much improve. And I think you will see Son go on to keep performing. Did
you think, though, Dave, did you think Perisic did a good job on the right-hand side?
I thought he was good today. Look, I think Perisic plays good on both sides. No matter what side. I think what I would say to you, Sean, is I'm concerned with Sessegnon today. I'd
100%.
See some people saying he was good. I thought he was absolutely woeful.
Yeah, he was awful. He was awful.
He was awful. He was all over the shop. Every good chance they had was over.
But he was awful. He was awful. I think he was awful because he had Rich. Not necessarily entirely because I think he had a bad game anyway, right? But every player has the propensity to have just an off day, right? But I think what amplified his poorness today was that he had Richie in front of him. Richie was a shit show as well. Let's not avoid a difficult conversation.
Yeah, but
here.
I think we're saying he was poor defensively, like Sessegnon.
Yeah,
he wasn't as poor going forward. I think he was more poor defensively than he even was.
I get that, but maybe the reason why he was poor defensively was because with Richie up front he hasn't got that blend, that bond with Richie yet, and he had to play a certain different style with Richie up front than he would have done with Sess. With Sonny. For me, I think that Sessegnon plays his best games when he has Sonny in front of him, and Sonny plays his best games when he has Sess behind him.
But that won't affect Sessegnon's defensive performance. I mean,
it does. It could. It couldn't. It does.
Doesn't, Shawnee. Leicester, the amount of times they got the ball and switched it high in over behind him because he can't deal with it. That's nothing to do with the ball breaking down on left hand.
But that's individual. I agree what you're saying.
In the play.
hear what you're saying. Individual errors in a moment are completely, you can't excuse them. And you can either say, well, that's a tactical issue, or that's a permanent problem with Sessegnon, or that is an individual error on the night. And we know that Sessegnon is capable defensively. We know he is. Like he put Salah in his pocket last season. He put
yeah, that's why
Cancelo in his pocket. Yeah, no, exactly. But what I'm saying is, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater with Sessegnon defensively. If we're going to say that, like, we shouldn't play Perisic on the right because Sessegnon was bad on the left, and therefore we need Perisic to go back on the left, I think that's throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
It's just looking at it in numbers. We've got 2 left wing backs and we've got 3 right wing backs. One of them right wing backs is going to keep playing right wing back, and it's going to be rotated between Sessegnon and Perisic down that left wing back. And
what I'm saying though is that until Doherty's back fit, right? I'm not saying that Perisic should be the end game to be on the right wing back, but I'm saying that until, like Conte said, Spence ain't ready and Douglasy's not ready until after the international break. So I'm not worried about what happens after. I'm not worried about what happens, like, in 3 weeks' time. I'm talking about the Arsenal game. Maybe Doherty comes in, but for me, I don't want us to throw the baby out the bathwater. I don't want us to disregard Perisic on the right, because I thought in the first 25 minutes, I know we made a couple of mistakes and Sanchez was awful, but I thought Perisic and Kulu really connected. I thought they played really very well down the right-hand side. And I don't want us to also say, well, the fact that Sessegnon was awful tonight means that Perisic can't play on the right. He has to play on the left because Sessegnon's that bad defensively.
To have the final say, to maybe get a say in here, lads.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think we're calling, at least I'm not calling for Sessegnon to be dropped for the next match. I actually think it's
a call for
idea.
For his atrocious performance midweek. Sessegnon deserves to be dropped. It's fair. If you're going to do fair for fair, he deserves to be dropped.
Who? Sessegnon for who?
I was going to say, I think Perisic is perfectly fine putting on the right, and I think we're perfectly fine putting Sessegnon on the left again. I just think you're still welcome to say, though, that he was, like some people are saying, a bit suspect defensively, and I think in a lot of moments you can't deny that. And honestly, Sean, I would say, if anything, it's probably harder to defend with Sonny, I think, on your side, because Sonny likes to get that extra step to go forward. He plays more like a striker in a lot of scenarios.
Right. But Perisic has been
just quickly. Richie,
sorry.
Richie presses a lot harder and he works a lot harder. There are a lot of underlying numbers we all know that would suggest that Richie works a lot harder defensively than Sonny does. Even though Sonny works defensively hard in his own right, Richie works very defensively hard. So if you ask me, I think actually having Richie on the left-hand side, if I were a left wing back, would actually be quite beneficial, because you know that he's going to track back and help you out in a lot of scenarios.
Who's been the best left wing back defensively last season, Jack?
I think there was only really one to choose from. It was Sessegnon.
Sessegnon, right? Better than Reguilon, right?
That's fair, but it doesn't mean we give him a free
hold on. No, I'm not saying, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's not take one position, because when Perisic has played left wing back this season, he's been exposed defensively against West Ham, against Chelsea, against all the tough games, the 2 games we've drawn, and even some of the games that we ended up getting wins against, Wolves and Nottingham Forest. Perisic, good going forward down the left, absolutely awful defensively. So I'm saying let's not suddenly reflect because Sessegnon had a bad one-off game tonight defensively. Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater and say that suddenly
Sessegnon is a right wing back. I feel like people are writing him off as a right. No one's writing him off as playing a right wing back. Like
I'm not saying you are writing him off. I'm just saying I hope that Conte doesn't look and think the fact that he had to swap them back, put Perisic back on the left. I'm hoping that he doesn't think, well, the fact that Sessegnon played badly tonight means that I can't use Perisic on the right because I haven't got a second option at left. I hope that Conte recognizes that Sessegnon just had a bad game, but generally speaking, Sessegnon is better defensively than Perisic at the left. That's all I'm saying.
No, fair.
Honestly,
debate,
a random kind of talking point that we found ourselves stuck on. Sessegnon, left wing back, Perisic, right wing back. Whether Conte will trust them ever again, I guess something to find out for next week, everybody. Cap Williams saying, I've kept the faith in Son, 14-minute and hat trick. Wow, I mean, certainly anybody that kept the faith in Son was basically given their reward within 14 minutes, everybody. You didn't have to wait too long for him to make his impact when he came on. But those are kind of, I think, the last final comments, last final super chats of the evening, everybody. Really must say, really do appreciate it, honestly, as well. So many really good talking points from a lot of people with the super chats, as well as the comments coming through the chat right now. Sean, I put your channel into the chat a few times, put the link in there. I'm going to do it one more time here. But any final words maybe on the game? Also, anything to look forward to on Spurs Talk Show, my man?
Final thoughts from the game was that, yeah, listen, lots of experimentation tonight, and I think that everybody needs to, like, I think before we go crazy, I'm guessing I've got another show in an hour's time to go on where it's a top 6 show with random people from other channels that are going to ask me how great Tottenham were. I'm going to have to go and get like a cup of coffee and figure out how I feel about it, because I think there's so much to diagnose that it's going to be an interesting week. It's going to be a boring week without Tottenham like football, but an interesting week with Tottenham content.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you guys having me on tonight, lads. I loved coming back on with a 3-ball. Jack, I loved having you. I loved being with you for the Fulham game. It was fantastic as well. But yeah, tonight was like the old times, and it was fantastic. Good. You guys can find me at Spurs Talk Show on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Spurs Talk Show. And yeah, come over and smash a sub if you haven't already. I really appreciate the attention. Thank you, guys.
Do everybody get over there, check them out. You know, we endorse Spurs Talk Show, so get over there, check it out. But Jack, flat cap as well, my man. Don't be afraid to plug it.
Everybody, now that we can rest, relax, probably bring out a paper bag. Who knows? Kind of a hyperventilate after that crazy game. I would say check out that conversation I had with Darius on flatcapeurotalk, where basically we just talk about the Champions League. There was also even another conversation before that. We talked about the demise of other Premier League clubs. So I would just say check that out as well. I think you would enjoy it. Bit of kind of a Champions League analysis to take your mind off of things. But as well, everybody, I must say, really incredible support today. I think we have close to 300 at plenty of stages while watching with us. So many people tuned in today to see what we had to say, and we tried to get as many comments as we could up on screen. We tried to engage as much as we could, and everybody was having their say today. And I think there was so many talking points, as plenty of people brought up in the chat. Feels like there's 20, 30 talking points after that game. And I must say, everybody, really do appreciate you sticking with us as well, because I think there's still plenty of people in the house still while I'm still speaking. So I would say, everybody, do smash that like button. And I'm very, very thankful and very appreciative for you all tuning in as well.
100%. There's a lot of old faces, new faces today. Really appreciate every single one of you. It's great to see you all. I think, I think we've had a great watch along today. I think me, Shawnee, and Jackie were vibing out, having good crack, bantering off each other and enjoying the game. And also the people that were the chat. I think we've done a superb job today, keeping the chat with us along the way, as best as we could. So credit to Jacko for that, because it's not easy to do. And I think all in all, we've had a great watch along. It was great to have Shawnee back. A great job by Jacko today. Great job by Tottenham.
Big up, Jack.
And we're going to assess this game properly tomorrow. I'll be coming out with a tactical breakdown. It's going to be a bit different to last year, but we have a lot to talk about and a lot to assess. So I'm off away now to work, get all the talking points, big decisions, etc., and get that ready for you guys tomorrow evening. But Jacko will be doing a Twitter reacts with you guys tomorrow day, and then he'll be having the evening off, and I'll be doing tomorrow evening with the tactical breakdown. But guys, I want to say a massive thank you to you guys out there as well for vibing with us. It's been a great day. I want to say a massive thank you for all your support as well. All faces coming back in, new faces, and all the lovely faces that have stick with us through thick and thin. So big yourselves up, gentlemen and women, and we will see you all back here tomorrow to dissect it. As always, though.
Come on,
you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
And just quickly. Another one
bites the dust.
Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one
bites the dust.
Let's fucking keep it moving.
In Conte we trust. In Conte we trust.
Everywhere we go.